Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chad Smith Podcast. My name is Chad Smith, and today is Thursday, February 17th, 2022, and I'm joined, as always, by two awesome co-hosts from California. Please welcome back to the show, Sonny Conway and Spooky Morales.
Good morning, everyone.
How's it going, man?
Morning, Chad.
How's it going, dude?
Slow going this morning.
Yes, it's cold out
I got your shirt on.
We all, oh, look at that. Look at that. I feel bad now I didn't wear my Chad Smith.
People are going to be asking.
Merch.
Yeah, people are going to be asking where you get these, but you can't.
Oh,
This is a
No, I need
special
one
edition.
of those now.
exclusive.
Exclusive, limited edition from UFO Garage. Thanks, Ben, for my t-shirt, man.
What's up,
Yeah,
everybody?
Ben, those are
You
awesome.
have to pay for this. Josh, we got Jessica in the house, man. She's backstage. Bring her up here in a second. Bigfoot Michigan Rob, I saw you on here yesterday. Thanks for making
BMR.
it here early. Mr. BMR. Sweetly Morbid Bear, how's it going?
I love me some Big Willie, but I'm freezing, guys. I'm gonna put my shirt back on.
Ah, geez, you got to start a little fire in your garage.
Oh, yeah.
Maverick, good
Oh, I love it
morning.
when he does that.
Oh, it's much warmer when I do that.
Thin Lizzie, good morning. Diesel Girl, good morning. Jake. Jake's up early. Damn, son. What's up, buddy? Melissa Nicole.
Oh, Lord.
She says, how are you with your fine ass, Jake?
Let the trouble ensue.
The trouble is ensuing.
so
I think that's
warm.
about... Oh, we got Magnus. You finally made it to a live show. What's up, dude?
Sonny is on fire.
Sonny is building an alcohol fire in his garage. So we should probably get our guest... Oh, hey, how's it going? Dope Nose, how's it going? We should probably get our guest up here before Sonny burns his garage down. So, guys, we got a really cool guest backstage. I'm going to bring her up. Her name is Jessica Jones, and she is the host of Into the Portal, a podcast on KGRA Digital Broadcasting Network, which airs every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. She is a paranormal investigator and a remote viewer based in Northwest Georgia. She's an active field researcher and a member of Enigma Research Group and Anomalous Studies and Observation Group. Also, North Georgia Cryptid Researchers. So, guys, for the first time on the podcast, please welcome Jessica Jones. How's it going?
Hey, y'all. Hey,
Hello,
thanks for having me on
Jessica.
today.
You got a superhero name.
Yeah, they
I
named a
love that.
superhero after me. That was so cool.
That's how the story goes. So you have... I'm sorry, I call that a podcast. Do you call that a podcast, or do you call that a... What do you call
That's
that?
a good question. I call it a show. It's just
Okay.
a show. It's kind of like a podcast, but it's on KGRA Digital Broadcasting. So, yeah.
So it's
It's
kind of like
just a
a
live
radio
show I do every Saturday. Yeah, it's a radio show. Digital
That's
radio.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to have to start checking that out because
Yeah.
I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking it was on Friday, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to probably miss that. But Saturday, I think I can probably tune in. I'll
Yeah,
check
well,
that out.
and you can always watch all of my shows. They're on my YouTube channel, also at Oracle of the South. So
Oracle
yeah,
of the
check them
South.
out there, and on the KGRA Digital Broadcasting app, and on their YouTube channel. So, well, actually, they
can't get
take my
any
shows
easier.
down off their KGRA YouTube channel pretty quickly. So you got to check them out on my page.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't stay up there as an archived episode?
Well, you have to pay to get
Oh,
a
I see.
membership. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But you can still
Yeah.
listen to the live one live
Yeah,
for
yeah,
free?
you can listen to them. You just can't see them on
Oh,
their
okay.
on their app. So yeah,
Okay.
unless you
Where
pay
if you...
for a membership.
Okay, okay. And then if you pay, you could. Sweet.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So your main focus is it paranormal, or is your main focus like Bigfoot?
Well, you know what? It started off as Bigfoot, and it turned into everything else. So, yeah, I
That's-
grew up with one foot in this world and one foot in the other. In the spirit realm, basically. Growing up seeing ghosts and living side by side with all this paranormal stuff. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I the Bigfooting did turn into UFOs and ghosts and remote viewing and portals
Yeah.
and you name it. Yeah.
It's that's why I keep thinking that this is everything's connected. There's
Yeah,
something going on that
absolutely.
is connecting all the stuff together.
Oh yeah.
So that's
for
awesome.
sure.
And then you also dabble in a little bit of remote viewing too, or is that another main focus?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, the remote viewing came from being out in the field doing Bigfoot research. My team and I, well, actually, my partner, one of my partners, one of my teammates, and I had a bunch of like serious UFO activity one night when we were out in the field.
Mhm.
And, we started, seeing that the Bigfooting is all related to like whenever there's Bigfoot activity going on, there's usually orbs and UFOs.
Mm.
Alien stuff going on out there. So the head of my team, one of my teams is a amazing remote viewer and trained. So he decided to train all of our entire team in remote viewing so we could kind of be more psychically switched on when we're out in the field.
Mhm.
And also to examine events that happen, in the field and before and after things happen. And, it's just a really good tool in our toolbox out
Yeah,
there.
that's cool. That's cool. So
Yeah.
if you had to describe to like a second grader, sometimes that's how my mind works. What remote viewing is, can you just give like a brief description of how that works and what the process involves?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you're assigned a target, and my targets are usually blind, but it's just if you want to use the word psychic way, it's a psychic way to locate a target. A lot of times we don't know what the target is. There's different types of remote viewing. The
Mhm.
remote viewing that I'm best at and that I really like the most is coordinate remote viewing, and it's where I'm given a set of numbers that are just random, but they have a target assigned to them. And so I sit down with my pen and my paper and I draw graphs and do some automatic writing and I write out ideograms and everything that comes into my head, song, lyrics, whatever, I write it all down. And by the end of that session, I have a target. I have all this data for whatever target it is.
Mhm.
So, that can be my targets can be missing people. They could be an event that happened. They could be a statue. I mean, it could be anything. It could be an environment of some sort, a different planet. I mean, it could be whatever. So yeah, it's really a lot of fun actually.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you get pretty good results with that?
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, we
That's
do.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting how that works. It's kind of on the same. So like when I think about that, I also think of the what did Einstein call it? The spooky action at a distance. I think that's what he called it.
I don't know. I've not heard of that.
I think he said it might not even have been Einstein, but I'm thinking it was Einstein said something that there was something going on. He called it spooky action at a distance, where
Yeah.
two things can communicate over like mass distances
Yeah.
instantaneously.
That's kind of it, it's more like pulling information out of the matrix, but yeah, when I have an active target and there's a missing person, now I have to have my little disclaimer here. Every missing person that I've ever located was deceased. So they were all dead, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Is that how
so
that
far.
works? I mean,
Yeah.
do you get a stronger reading if they are deceased?
No, it's all kind of the same. Well, I do have my targets are more on target, if you know what I mean, when I have a high priority target, say.
Okay.
And so like when I do a practice target, I kind of suck. Like a lot of people kind of suck at practice targets, but it's when you get a high priority target where there's something very important. Maybe there could be like a kidnapped kid or something. You don't know.
Right.
You're right on. I'm right on target with those. Those are the high priorities. Something in my subconscious, like my higher self knows to locate whatever I need to locate. So
Awesome.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's usually dead people. Everyone that I've viewed was deceased, but I was able to communicate with them, and they could kind of tell me what happened. Well, I mean, I can't really talk about my targets, but yeah, I've been able to communicate with them. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah, I know
sensitive.
that I've talked to someone else before that has worked with criminal investigations and stuff like that, and there's very little that she can go into detail about. So I completely understand that. But as far as the success rate of something like that, just as in a general term, is that something that is like has a high accuracy rating? As far
it does, and it really depends on who's doing it too. How skilled the remote viewer is and whatnot. But yeah, it's a great way to locate stuff. I mean, I've even had friends call me crying, looking, like their cat ran away, or like their dog or something. And so, I've helped people find their dogs and cats and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, hey, I don't want people contacting me to find their lost phone anymore. Okay, you guys stop it.
Lost phones, yeah. There's technology for that, guys. Look up those little Apple hotspot things.
Can't find my keys.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I need to start a business out of this. Start charging people.
I can't even imagine how many people probably ask you questions like that.
See, I would be hitting you up for football bets.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's kind of easy. Numbers. Football's rigged anyways. It's pretty easy.
Jessica, are they going to cover?
Yeah, I can't remember who was telling me about lottery numbers before, but they're like, that's just not how this works. Like, the universe doesn't care if you win the lottery or not. So they're not going to help you with your lottery numbers for the most part.
Yeah. Well, you can pull numbers out. I mean, there's one of my teammates actually was like, a while back, he was like, why don't we start playing lottery numbers, And I think that we did kind of do that, but I don't think we won anything. So,
yeah.
Or I didn't. If they won, they didn't tell me. So,
yeah, maybe they had a little bit better luck.
Maybe.
Matt,
yep, I've tried it too.
You tried it too?
It doesn't work for lottery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Jessica, your whole team is trained in remote viewing?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. We are. Well, I'm a member of a couple of different teams. And the first team, Enigma Research Group, all those guys, yes, we're all trained. And we all we kind of work with all these different teams and from people all over the country out in the field. And so it's like our core team, that core team right there, they've branched off and made other teams too. So but we all still work together. And so, yeah, a lot of us are trained in remote viewing.
Anyone that works for or with the government on that?
Well, I can't get into detail, but yeah, we do have some government. We have former military and law enforcement on my teams, and yeah, stuff like that. Not to get into details.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
She's like, whoa, I don't normally have to stop people from asking those kind of questions.
Oh no, I do have to stop people. I'm just kidding.
Really?
I'm just real careful about what I talk about with my team because my teams are pretty private.
Yeah.
That's why I've never gone public with my Bigfooting research until recently. One of my teammates with Anomalous Studies and Observation Group, his name is Trey Hudson, and he is the head of that team. And he wrote a book called The Meadow Project, Explorations into the South Skinwalker Ranch. Well, that is my team's research on that one team. So I am now able to come out and talk publicly about my research regarding that one team. So, I'm under NDAs and stuff like that too. So I have to be real careful because our team, we've been researching I personally been researching in the field for 11 years. And a lot of these guys are, they're older than I am. They've been out in the field for a long time. So we really try to maintain that integrity of our research and stuff by, not really discussing things publicly.
The only reason I ask is because that's the way I first learned about remote viewing myself was hearing about the government programs. I think it was CIA maybe.
Yeah.
That had remote viewing programs.
They did. They had the Psychic Spy program. Yeah. Project Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And, a lot of governments all over the world had that during the Cold War. Yeah. And I'm sure they still use it, I don't know if they'll admit to it, but I'm pretty sure.
As long as they're not watching us take a shower or anything.
Oh, you can't hide from a remote viewer. Let me tell you.
They're watching you. They're watching you do your taxes.
I would never.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
Making sure
there's a code of ethics, though. So.
Yeah, right. For the military.
I mean, for me,
right.
I have a code of ethics, if nothing else. Okay?
What's up, Brassel?
Yeah.
For the military. Yeah, really.
Oh man.
Well, we had
Y'all
a
are
code
making
of
me
ethics.
worried now. People watching me.
Yeah, that's probably what they would use it for, is to make sure you're doing your taxes right, make sure you're sending in the right amount of money.
Oh
Oh,
man.
she's lying. She's lying about that one. So, let's see what else you got going on. Oh, the afterlife. I wanted to ask you about the afterlife. A lot of people have the question of, if this is it, and what happens after we die. And most people that have these near-death experiences experience like a white flash.
Mhm.
And I was wondering if that has anything to do with these white orbs, if it's the same type of light, and if that's the same type of energy.
Well, let me tell you, there are so many different types of orbs. I've experienced so many, like it's ridiculous. Like doing ghost hunting and just sitting in my bedroom at night and having orbs floating around and out in the field. I mean, orbs are there's so many different kinds, and I've seen transparent little orbs. There's always orbs in pictures. How you take a picture and there's orbs and stuff, and some of those can be explained away. But I mean, I do YouTube videos pretty often, and you'll see orbs floating around my head while I'm talking. There are orbs that are solid that I have actually seen a video, which has not been released to the public, but it's a lot of us have seen this from a CCTV, like somebody's backyard camera, where orbs shot down from the sky, turned into aliens, and the aliens ran around and they turned back into orbs and shot back into the sky. And these were
Wicked.
solid orbs, like metal. It looked like metal or something. So, and in the field, we have all sorts of different orbs that are different colors. Some that are the size of what looks like the moon, and some are tiny, some are blue, some are orange, some are green. It's orbs. I don't know what orbs are. That's a good question. I have seen orbs. Speaking of the afterlife, my brother passed away about 16 years ago in an accident. And the week that he died, I woke up in my bedroom and there were all these like green orbs floating around me. And they started forming. I mean, this was 16 years ago. Okay. And they started forming into like Timberland boots. Okay. And then jeans, and then a polo shirt. And then it was my brother's face.
Whoa.
It was my brother. Yeah. It was a green transparent version of my brother. And
Whoa.
so, and he sat down on the bed and I felt the bed move and he leaned over and kissed my forehead. It was weird, but it was beautiful, but it was different. I'd never experienced that before.
Right.
But I've seen ghosts that what things I would consider a ghost or a spirit that was an orb. I have been chased in the woods by orbs. I have seen an orb which looked like the moon or some kind of just a big, like almost like a fireball kind of, that just kind of looked like the moon in the sky, and then it just kind of drifted down like a flare, like someone had shot a flare gun,
like a super bright red flare.
It was more like yellow, orange. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
had an experience when I was a little kid, but nobody ever thought in a million years that it was like a UFO or any kind of spirit like that, because like my dad's side, like my dad, and we've never talked about ghosts or anything like that on that side of the family. And really not even on my mom's side of the family. We talk about that kind of stuff ever. But when I was a kid, I think I was around maybe 15 or 16. I was at a lake house with my dad and his friend. And all the way across the lake, which was probably 6 or 7 miles away, right at the top of the tree line was like this bright red, almost like one of those red road flares that you'd spark and lay on the ground. Like so bright you could almost not even stare at it because it would like cause your eyes to have that spot.
Yeah.
And we had no idea what it was. It wasn't moving. It wasn't even like swaying from left to right. And then it kind of just like faded away. And we were just like, that's weird. I wonder what that was.
Yeah.
And then we went back to barbecuing or whatever we were doing. And then it wasn't until I started this podcast and started talking to everybody in the community that I kind of remembered like, oh yeah, I guess I did see something a long time ago, but I just never connected anything to it.
Yeah, it's weird how your mind doesn't really know how to compute stuff like that sometimes. So like you just kind of put it in the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And then like later down the road, once you know more and you've experienced more and you've maybe done a little research or had another experience, then you can start understanding your experience when you were younger. And I'll tell you something that's really weird in my world is that, I grew up seeing dead people, and I would wake up at night and have like people standing over my bed, and they would like be talking to me dressed in like Victorian clothing and like just weird stuff. But their mouths would never move, right? But I would hear them like telepathy
Were
in
they
my head.
translucent?
Some of them were solid, just like us,
Wow,
like just
that's
solid.
Scare the
Yeah.
crap out of you.
Well, it did a little bit, but I was used to it. I saw it pretty often.
Huh.
And
That's crazy.
and then as I got into this Bigfooting world and we started having UFO encounters, I started having ET contact. Okay, and so would wake up and there'd be an ET in my room, as an
Yeah.
adult. This is over the past few years. And
Like a short
it made me
gray?
wonder, like, do what?
Kind of like one of the short grays or one of the...
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And so, but they're sitting there talking to me and their mouths are not moving. And so I'm thinking, as an adult, here I am having this encounter with an ET. Were those ghosts actually ETs? Had I always been, was this an abduction kind of thing going on? Have I always been abducted and I just didn't know it? Your brain starts really working overtime when, once you start thinking back to like, oh, all those times that could have been a screen memory. Like they're trying to make me think I've got ghosts in my house, but it was really aliens the whole time, So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
And it's
Jessica,
weird.
around what time did your experiences start? I don't know if I missed that at the beginning.
When I was a kid, I don't know. I'm pretty sure ever since I was probably 3 or 4 years old, probably.
Okay.
I've been told through messages and downloads that I've had a lot of contact when I was a kid, but I was shut down because something scared me very badly when I was about 3 or 4. And so I kind of shut down my psychic abilities and, and I kind of hid my head under the covers, so to speak, until I got to be a teenager. So yeah.
But you don't happen to remember what might have been that early
No.
traumatic event? Okay.
I have a feeling it could have been something to do with ETs now that I know what I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just think we've heard a lot of people talk about that something traumatic might have happened, like in my case, near-death experience, and some other people that I've met have said the same. But there's been other types of trauma too that I think we've heard have led to people having kind of a consciousness opening.
Absolutely. That's interesting that you're bringing that up because last Saturday on my show, I had Katie Gabrowski as my guest. I had 2 guests. She was one of them. She's the head of MUFON for Colorado. And she and I have been discussing about how trauma opens you up to the paranormal in a big way. And most people who are very attuned to the paranormal and who have experienced trauma, and sometimes a lot of trauma in their lives.
That's right.
And also you got to think on another level, I don't know if people have had trauma or not, regardless. When you have an encounter with a Sasquatch or an alien or any kind of cryptid, what does that do to you? Well, it jolts you into a whole new reality, right? So your consciousness goes from being like a 3D reality, this matrix that we're living in, to shooting up a couple of levels to like another, like 4D, 5D, because you're like, your consciousness has risen now because, wow, you're seeing things that aren't there. And now you're expanding your thoughts in your mind. And it can be very traumatic, like PTSD kind of stuff, but I think that it's a great thing, honestly, because what we need right now is to raise the consciousness of this whole planet, the more
you think
aware.
maybe that might be some reason why it happens for young people so early that, maybe we are, set on a course to, help other people open their consciousness?
Perhaps. Yeah, it could be. Absolutely. I think that we're in an interesting time This planet is undergoing a lot of change and much needed change.
Boy, I'll say.
Yeah, and not everybody's ready for it. But that's why we're doing this podcast right now, right? Part of it is just bringing an awareness to things and opening people's minds. And not everybody's going to hear it. Not everybody's ready for it.
Oh, that's brilliant right there. That's a great point.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
You can definitely tell the difference in people too. Like the people that we talk to on a daily basis just in this community, and then you talk to just the normal person at the gas station, and you can tell you guys are on two different vibes.
It's all about energy, frequency, vibration, and they're, like I said, some people are not going to hear us, and it's because they're not on that frequency. It's like a radio station when you're tuning it. There's only going to be people that are at your level that are going to be hearing you. So but it's good to try to get other people to come up to this level. But I think a lot of us have been trying for a long time. You see a lot of people, a lot of people aren't, and people are still drinking fluoride in their water, and still using fluoride in their toothpaste and things like that. We got to start taking steps to open our third eyes and decalcifying that pineal gland.
Right.
Yeah. There's a need for that right now.
Good point.
Yeah, I feel like if when I go through the grocery store, I don't even like to have people in there. I like going at like 6 a.m, 7 a.m, because it feels like the more I run into people now, their vibes are just so low, and you can just feel it coming off of them. That it's like all they do all day is watch. Hey, good morning,
News.
Lynn. Watch negative stuff on the news that's just pumping them with negative vibes, and then they go to the grocery store and they're just walking through there with these vibes, these bad vibes, and it's like it radiates off of them. It's like I don't want to be around people like you anymore.
I highly recommend doing a protective energy bubble when you have to go to the grocery store. Okay, just imagine a big light bubble around you, because it is bad, and there are people that will like leech onto you, and when you're vibing high, like I try to have a high vibration, and that has meant like cutting a lot of people and things that don't serve me out of my life, unfortunately. And but it's for my best. And I know, I mean, I got a message this week from a friend that's like mad that I've kind of dropped out of everybody's lives. Well, I'm sorry, I have to take care of me.
Right.
And my son, I have a 7-year-old, so it's all about me and him and me protecting him. So
I've had similar interactions.
So be it.
I've had similar interactions with people that just were always about like the drama circle and the bad vibes and just talking bad about people and the gossip and just
I'm
sick
not on
and
that.
tired of that. Yeah, I'm just done with that now.
Yeah, well, because we have to understand that it's not about our outside environment. It's about what's inside of us right now. We have to be healthy, and we have to nourish our bodies and our minds and take care of us, because the best thing we can do for this world right now is to be the best version of ourselves. And so that's important for everybody.
Love it.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense to us for sure. Sonny, I think you went to go say something, and it was like you were sitting back too far and didn't really hear you very good.
Oh no, she was talking about turning on and off the. I don't even know what to call it, guys. Knowing things is what I call it.
Knowing things.
When things are going to happen. Yeah, you can. That's all. I was just saying. Yeah, I agree with that. You can turn it on and off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to, when I've had experiences with the paranormal and having visits in my home from entities and things like that, I've had to start protecting my home, and not to say that you can prevent an ET from getting to you, but you can take the measures to protect your home and put a big protective energy bubble around your house. And, there's other things that I do that, I'm not going to give all my secrets away, because I know there's people that don't like me because I'm in the, the public eye now. And so, I have to be real careful. I never give all your secrets away, as to how you protect yourself.
And Chad, guys, I don't want to change the subject, but dude, I'm like I'm giddy. I can't
Go
go
ahead.
much longer. I gotta hear about when we were talking. I asked her about Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
dude.
She brought up the
Absolutely.
portals.
Bigfoot.
I gotta hear more about the portals, guys.
There's
or I'm
just
gonna
so
go
many
nuts.
things I could ask
can't
her
wait
about,
no
so.
longer.
Tell
Yeah,
us
go ahead.
everything you know.
Well, let's go there. You guys ready?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Have some more coffee and
Good one, Sonny.
Yeah. Well, so I am a member of several, a couple different teams here of in the Bigfooting world, but it's really, paranormal investigating groups and research groups. We started off as a Bigfoot group. We've turned into like an all-around paranormal investigating team. Okay. And there's one place that my team does research, and it's classified, undisclosed location. All right. But it is a very active area, comparable to that of Skinwalker Ranch out in Utah. So you guys have to all be familiar with Skinwalker Ranch, right?
absolutely.
So there's, Bigfoot activity, ghosts and dogmen and UFOs and aliens and portals, right? So we've been researching this particular area called the Meadow. And we've been out there for 5 or 6 years, I guess, in that one particular place. And everywhere that we research has the same activity as this place. Okay, so I'm not going to go into detail about the other places, but it's very similar. We just happen to find some really high strangeness areas around the South. Okay, it's all in the southeastern United States. But so we have found what we consider to be a portal. Okay, and we have it documented. And I will tell you the backstory to it so you can understand, because everybody's always wanting to know about this portal, right?
Yeah.
And so we had a weekend out in the woods, and I had a small kid at home back in this, this is a few years ago, and so I would usually go out to the field, and I'd spend like one night out there, and then I'd go home because I had my kid that I had to take care of. And so I went on like a Friday. And of course, all the cool stuff happened on Saturday night. That's usually how it happens.
Of course.
But I went out to the meadow that weekend, and I went home, and I was having this, everything was just kind of normal. But then my son started noticing orbs floating around his head, like solid orbs. And he was on the elliptical machine. And his dad, living here at the time, he was recording him on the elliptical machine, looking all cute, just exercising. And he was about 3 years old. And he kept saying, "Mom, ball." And I walked into the room, and, what's his name was recording him on his phone. And so, but he couldn't see these little orbs with his own eyes. He could only see them through his phone. My son and I were watching orbs floating around my son, 2 of them. And this is the Saturday night of the weekend I had been at the meadow. Well, one of the orbs shot towards the camera and shut the camera down. But we had that filmed, right? Well, all the while that's happening, my team is out at the meadow and having light beings showing up on their thermals and their FLIRs, and all sorts of weird activity, like a possible MIB shows up at camp that night, and like a Men in Black kind of situation, and just a lot of weird stuff going down. But one of the gentlemen was looking through his thermal, and a box showed up in the middle of an open field, like a square, and it had a heat signature, like a big square. We call it the cube. Okay. And his name's David Pardue. He was on my show a couple weeks ago. So you guys, please go check out that video. It's a great interview I did with him on my show. And but he saw this cube, and they started filming it when they sent 2 team members over to check it out. There are actually 4 team members. Well, 2 of the guys walked up to it, and their heat signatures disappeared. Okay, this is an open field. There's nothing there, but they can see through their thermals a cube, big black box in the middle of the field. The guys lost radio contact. They could not see the stars anymore.
And how far were they away?
They were about 75 yards, I think they said. I mean, it was,
That's not far at all.
But they
Lose
walked,
radio
but the two guys walked up to it. They were sent to it while everyone else was watching them through their equipment. And they walked to it, disappeared. The vegetation changed underneath their feet. They said it went from being like thick vegetation to smooth. The temperature changed. They said that it was like walking through a velvet curtain when they walked into it. But yet you got to remember, there's nothing there. Okay. But this thing started to dissipate. The two gentlemen walked out. There was a radiation spike, by the way, when they walked over to it, which happens a lot of times when there is paranormal activity out in the field. We'll get a little radiation spike. But they walked out and their heat signatures returned. And this box kind of like got smaller and then it moved. Okay. And then it disappeared. So I actually interviewed one of the guys that walked into it. His name's Bob Grumpy Wilson. He's on my show as well. So you guys go check that interview out. He's on my YouTube channel too. I interviewed him out at the meadow on site. And he talks about the experience. But yeah, is this where missing people are going? I don't know. There's a lot of people going missing out of our national parks and state parks and in the woods, never seen again, with no trace.
Yeah.
So if those guys had not had the wherewithal to turn around and walk back out, would they have gone with the box into Never Never Land? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Where do these boxes go? I don't know. You know, it could be alien. It could be government. It could be natural. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound natural though.
When the guys got close enough, they could physically, could they see the box?
No, they did not see anything. It was dark. It was in the middle of the night. You could only see it through some equipment, like a thermal.
Well, that makes me want to just walk through the woods now and just see if there's a bunch of boxes all over the woods. Wouldn't that
Next time you put a cell phone there that's on.
Well, that's the second portal.
Then you can communicate with them.
Well, you know, we don't go anywhere by ourselves. Like we have protocol with my teams. We carry ham radios. We have portable like CBs, and we always team up. And we divide up into teams when we're out there. We never, even in the daytime, we do not go out in the woods by ourselves. We're in constant communication with base camp to make sure that they know where we are at all times because of this.
So you keep someone back that just stays there.
Oh yeah.
When we're hunting together, Chad, in our mountains, sometimes we're miles apart from each other. Or
I would invest in a ham radio.
We never lose radio contact with each other, being that far away from me. In the mountains, it's you have more bandwidth because there's not too many towers or to mess up your
and it probably bounces off the rock.
I don't know how it works. We just don't have a bunch of interference. So
that's cool.
Our signals actually go farther out there. Even like if you said they had a bunch of electronics with them, and no, that's not it. That's not enough. You need a city full of electronics.
For sure. Yeah.
So 75 yards is so close to lose radio contact and a thermal heat signature. That's you can pick that up from far away. Far away.
Enzo makes a great point here. The cube shape doesn't sound natural. In nature, we see spherical shapes, planets, stars, water, in a weightless environment.
Yeah.
So that makes total sense. Like we see spheres all the time, but a cube is just not something that just appears in nature.
Well, see, but we see round objects because I mean our Earth is round. You know, some people say it is, some people say it's not. But you know, this is our world. I mean, there could be. Who's to say there's not another world somewhere that's like square and cube? I mean, I don't know. My mind is so blown. You know that. You just don't know. The more I'm learning, the less I know. Okay.
That's where I'm at with this.
Yeah.
The more podcasts I do, I'm like, oh, there's more stuff.
There's more. I mean, we call this thing a portal, and we've experienced one of the gentlemen who walked into the portal, the one that we have documented, he actually had walked into something very similar in a different location while we were out doing some research. So that was like his second portal that he had walked into. And thank goodness he knew, like he was, let's just say he has a lot of situational awareness. Okay. This is just from his job and all the stuff that he does. And so he knew to turn around and walk out because something wasn't right, and so it's important for everybody, if you're ever out in the woods or even in your everyday life right now, is very important to have situational awareness, because like I said, this world is crazy right now. And just even when you go into the grocery store, like we were talking about, you're recognizing that we've got a zombie apocalypse on our hands, right? It's like all these people are just kind of staring and, dragging.
Like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, they're like dragging their feet and like just, slumped over. And it's like, man,
people are beaten.
They are a lot of depression. Yeah.
Jessica, we've been trying to see. Me and Chad have been trying to see these orbs because of Josh Casey. He comes on here and tells stories about him and Chris Bledsoe, and then he shows us videos, and I was blown away. I know Chad was, and we both go outside. Chad does it every night too, I'm sure. And at work, I go out back, and I do it every night, looking up for as long as I can, especially while it's cold. I don't stay out there too long, maybe 10, 20 minutes. And I finally seen something in the house.
In your house?
In the house. It was just a few days ago, not very long ago. So I'm still kind of excited about it. It's not like there's a little bubble, a very small bubble, like this big, okay, little tiny thing. It's in between me and my son-in-law. He's in the kitchen. I'm in the living room, and I was looking at him, and that's how it caught my eye. But it's not moving. It's a stationary bubble, and it's just above my head, not just a little closer to me, but on the other side of my couch. The couch kind of separates the dining room, and so I tell him, do you see this? First, I thought he was over there doing dishes, or he washed his hands or something, and somehow a bubble, from the soap had floated, made it to the living room and didn't pop. And it's this little tiny thing,
just chilling.
Yeah. And it's not moving. And so that's what grabbed my attention. I was like, how come it didn't float like a bubble? It just was in one spot. Yeah. And
I don't know. Sounds like you're manifesting. You're going to manifest something.
I went and told, I didn't tell him. First I said, do you see this? And he starts walking towards me. So now I went around the couch over to where it was, and we kind of met right where it was at. And he's still looking, and he's looking all around. And I go, you don't see it? And he goes, no. He goes, I can't see it. And I go, look, it's right there. And I pointed at it like that. And he's still looking. I go, watch, I'm going to pop it. I still think it's a bubble that's not moving. Okay. So I tell him, but it looks like a bubble, but it has this, the way I explained it to Chad is when somebody has cataracts and they have that gray thing that covers their eye. It was like a bubble covered in that. It was still see-through, but it just had this gray, weird gray to it. And my finger goes from pointing at it like this, and I'm this far away from it. It's right here. Okay. And I'm pointing at it, and I tell him, look, I'm going to poke it. Right, I'm gonna pop it, and I move my finger up towards it real slow, and when I got about this close to it, it shot straight up. I like to say it popped when it hit the ceiling, but to me, it shot straight up through the ceiling is what it looked like. Yeah,
interesting.
It never moved until I tried to touch it, and no one blew on it. No, and that's the other thing. He wasn't doing dishes. He's holding his hands like this the whole time because there's grease all over him. He was deboning a baked chicken.
Wow.
That's what he was doing. There was no one in my showers or anything in the back. There was no kids in there blowing bubbles. There's no possible way for someone to blow a bubble at that time. There was nobody washing their hands. I just assumed that because there was a bubble in my house and he was in the kitchen. So that's what I assumed.
It's probably the soul of that chicken he was cooking. Just kidding.
He didn't cook it.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God, that's
it didn't cook.
It happens.
But that was
I don't know.
Finally seen something, and it kind of blew my mind. It's just the fact that when I tried to touch it, it's just
Well,
real
that's
fast,
weird.
shot
I
up
mean, and
through the ceiling.
that leads like to the question, like, what in the heck are orbs? Like, what are orbs? You know, I think that some of them are, you know, because it's just energy to me. I mean, I've gone to super haunted locations, even out in the woods that are known to be haunted by ghosts and spirits. I'm taking pictures and there's faces in the orbs, you know, in my pictures, and people will argue about that. You know, I know what I have. I have pictures with faces in them, you know. Um, but I mean, what are they? Does your soul, you know, we're never, our energy is never destroyed, right? We just move on to something else, you know, people say afterlife. Well, you know, I don't know. I think that we just kind of leave these meat suits and move on to a different frequency, you know?
The,
So,
that night that happened, I think that was the night before Valentine's Day, or the day, I mean, before Valentine's Day.
mhm.
And on Valentine's Day, me and my wife came home from dinner. I came in the house for maybe 2 minutes, and then came through the garage and went out back, was standing out there. I looked up and seen two orbs like Josh shows us on the video. And then I really freaked out because I just seen the thing in the house, and now I'm staring at these. I have my phone in my hand too. It's in this hand down by my side. I was gonna record it, and I just thought, no, I want to see this. I don't want to look at it through the phone, you know, and just to see what it's going to do or what it was going to turn into, or I didn't know if it was going to be a plane or,
Yeah.
but as soon as they got bright to where they look like they're shining at you,
Mhm.
I knew exactly what I was looking at. They're not very far away. They're in the sky, but they're very easy to see. You don't need a phone. You don't need night vision.
Yep.
They flicker and they're constantly moving, but really slow. The one looks like it's higher than the other one, it does change direction and go a different way, and then it kind of goes up higher. They keep moving though towards the south, and finally they start flickering again, kind of bright, and then they just till they fade away. They don't get like out of sight though. They're not going that fast. They're not going fast enough to go out of sight. So I actually see these things go into nothing. They just disappear. And that was another one. That's the second
Wow.
day. And now I was thinking last night, you know, okay, now I'm going to see something else. I see nothing. I stood out there and froze. I was out there shaking.
That's funny you
And
say that, because
yeah.
for some reason when I just had a feeling that you were going to start doing that, and I heard that California's temperature started dropping, and I'm like, Sonny's going to be out there again all week long trying to see something. He's going to be freezing his ass off.
I thought maybe like you said, I was manifesting it, and I don't think I
Yeah.
was, because I was trying so hard.
Well, you know, the secret to manifesting is like wanting something and then forgetting about it. You know what I'm saying? Like studying a subject. Like when I had those ET experiences, like I had more than one. And my whole team was encouraged to start reading about alien abductions. And I knew about alien abductions, but I had never thought I had experienced it before. And so I'm reading all these books, and then, you know, there I go waking up at night and there's aliens in my room. So, you know, it's like I wanted to have that experience, but I didn't. But you know what I'm saying? Like I thought about it and I was like, oh, I had that experience, but then I kind of put it in the back of my head and I forgot about it. And then bam, you know, I got aliens, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's how you can't want something too much, because you'll always be chasing it, you know, just kind of want it, think about it, and then forget about it. And then you'll have your experience.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I wasn't thinking about it when I seen it in the living room. I never once thought orb until I tried to pop the bubble, and then it shot
Pop the bubble.
Yeah.
You
wanted to
burst the
pop
bubble.
This is really interesting. I want to make sure it got on the audio version. Lynn Wallington said, I had an orb one time in my house. I had Travis Walton's luggage in my house, and I took a picture to let him know that it was here, and there was an orb right around his luggage.
Cool.
There's so many questions. I have so many questions. How was Travis Walton's luggage in your house, Lynn? That's awesome. And yeah, that's really cool. I had a feeling that I might see something after Sonny told me that, so I've been staring at the sky not as much as I can whenever I get the chance at work. I've been going outside and just like, nope, nothing. Okay, see you in an hour. I keep walking
Yeah.
outside.
I told Chad, hey, if it happens again, this time, like I had my phone with me last night. I told him this time I'll record it. The first time I kind of wanted to see it for me. I told him, but I'm telling you right now, if I record it, it's the same thing that Josh shows us. And it's nothing like when Josh shows us. I told Chad, you just got to see it for yourself. When you
Yeah.
see it, you will know exactly what I'm saying. And then, so I don't even know how Josh explains it, because I don't think I could have explained it if I hadn't talked to him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orbs are weird. If you want to have a UFO experience, all you have to do is go outside and look up to the sky at night, even in the daytime. A lot of people are just on their phones and distracted, and nobody pays attention. I mean, if you want a Bigfoot experience, go out in the woods. You got to go out there. When people ask me if all this stuff is real, I'm like, well, why don't you go find out for yourself? Yeah, I've got my story. I could talk about Bigfoots all day until I'm blue in the face, and a lot of people still won't believe me, so I don't even bother talking about it. Yeah, I'm not here to prove orbs are real or Bigfoot's real, but I'm here to tell my stories about it. If anybody wants to hear it. But yeah, orbs. Orbs are it's just crazy. Like I said, I've seen a video of orbs turning into aliens, and then aliens turning back into orbs. So,
yeah, see, I've heard the orb into Bigfoot and Bigfoot into orb thing before too. I don't remember who I heard that from, but
I've heard that. But I think that Bigfoots are interdimensional. I think that they're coming and going out of basically thin air, I guess you could say, because my team we haven't found a whole lot of places where these things could be bedded down. And, I have such a wide variety of specialists on my teams. And one of them is a cave specialist. And, a lot of people think that Bigfoot is going into caves during the day and like sleeping and hiding and whatever. But I don't believe that at all. We do have a lot of cave systems all over our country and all over the world. But I mean, we'll have like a flash of light out in the woods. We have lots of flashes of light. And, you'll be hearing footsteps around base camp at night, and then a flash of light will happen and the footsteps quit. You don't hear them anymore. So is that like Bigfoot, like going into a portal or coming out of one? I mean, I don't know. But, the black cube thing, that's, that could explain why we have track lines, like big footprints that are going through the field, and then they just stop out of the blue. Car tracks. There's an incident where we had tire tracks from a car, like a truck in the field, and they just came out of nowhere. They stopped. It's like they came out of nowhere and they ended in nowhere. Like it's like a car was like dropped from the sky. So weird stuff like that. Like, are there cars coming in and out of these portals as well? I mean, I don't know.
There's just so many weird things that have happened that we have stories of, like I don't know why this popped in my head, but the sightings before people saw like the cigar shaped UFOs and the saucer shape, the shape or the thing that someone or that they were reporting was the what the heck was that called? Almost like an airship. I guess it was an airship with people asking for water and lanterns. They had lanterns on the ship that was flying over. And I don't know where I was going with that, but it's strange that these things are coming in and out of reality, and they're in and out of time, like a different time frame, I guess. So, it's stuff that's coming in and out of our reality. Yeah. That shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's something that's very interesting that I've been studying lately is time and timelines, and how we're all living on different timelines. I mean, I keep going back to look at society right now.
Yeah.
It's just an example that everybody can see. It's right here. Like, we're all living in different timelines. It's not everybody, but there's like certain group of people here and there's a certain group of people over here. And, and that's all about the frequency that you're on, and, time is just an illusion, right? That's what they say. And, I've experienced some missing time out in the field. A lot of times we'll go out to do some research, and, my equipment will go forward an hour and the person sitting beside me will go backwards an hour, while we're sitting out there searching for Bigfoot, So, I don't know. It's a strange world.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Spooky, did you have anything you wanted to add, or before we move on to?
I just liked Walt's comment. I'm stuck in the
Stuck
70s.
in the 70s. That's what I was laughing at. I've seen that too.
Because I think I'm stuck in the 80s. No, I mean, Jessica's right on. She's hitting all the right points. Exactly. She's exactly right. I mean, there's so many. If people want to know more, I would encourage them to try to look inside first instead of trying to look, for the government to tell you, or, for, Luis Elizondo to tell you. There's so much that you can find out right here. Just, start tapping in, opening up, and you'll be shocked at, the stuff that we can't see.
Yeah.
We can't control what's outside of us, but we can control what's inside of us. So just remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good advice for people that are going through a rough time and don't have any control, like immediate control over the situation that they're in. And, sometimes you could just close your eyes and focus on your breathing and kind of just go into a different timeline, like in a spot where the issues that you have in your life aren't actually issues, I think about that too. Like I haven't spent much time meditating. I have a little bit this week without telling Spooky, but
okay.
This morning I pulled in the parking spot at my apartment, and it was raining pretty hard, and it sounded really good on the roof of my truck. So I just decided to take that time. So I took like a half hour to just close my eyes and listen to the rain falling. Nice. Very relaxing. It was awesome. I didn't want to get out of my truck. I felt like I was almost asleep, but not really. It was like in between awake and asleep, and just very relaxed. But yeah, what were we talking about?
They say that sleep is the best form of meditation. That's Dalai Lama said that.
I've been getting more sleep this week too than the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Sleep is so important. I mean, and we all need to dream. Like they say that I've been told the point of sleeping is to dream. We need the rest, but more importantly, we need to dream, because we have to compute what's going on in our environment. And it's important that we are able to process things. Our subconscious needs to process things. And so it's so important. And a lot of people don't remember their dreams. I, for one, do remember my dreams a lot of times. And, I do this thing I call Dreamwork, where I can go back and try to change my dreams sometimes. If I don't like what the outcome was, but yeah, dreaming is so important. And it's important that everybody gets plenty of sleep every night, and just kind of meditate. And, you can get answers in your dreams, this may be a little off. I don't know if this is off topic or whatever, but if you guys have noticed that, I know in my son's school, they have quit teaching cursive writing. Okay. Well, cursive writing is a way to get your subconscious thoughts out. Okay. And so, they're taking this away from the kids. Like, this generation's not going to know, how to do this, but I would recommend, if you have like a question talking about going within for the answers, write it down on a piece of paper at night in cursive. I mean, you can just write it down, period. You don't have to write cursive, but write it down and put it by your bed and go to sleep. And a lot of times your subconscious will bring that up while you're sleeping in your dreams, and you'll get the answers that you're looking for.
I've told Chad and these guys before that, like right now I'm working on trucks, and if I get stuck on something and I can't figure it out, it's late at night or something, I'll go to bed. Yeah. And the only downside of this is I'll dream about working on the vehicle, and when I go to sleep, I'll dream that I'm working on the vehicle. So when I wake up, I'm tired, like I was not sleeping, I was working, and it seems like I didn't get good rest anyway. But I'll have the answer, because in my dream I fixed it. I figured it, or I just thought about it all night, or however it works. But in my dream I fixed it, and when I woke up, I know exactly how to fix it. Because you're living in that 5D reality as well, that dream world. And my mind is constantly all over the place. Like I'm not all over the place, like scatterbrained all over the place, but
I'm living in like different realities all the time. I know I am. I'm constantly in communication with like my higher self, and and I seek guidance from my ancestors and spirit guides on the other side, and I'm always praying, and and so I pay attention to signs and synchronicities. And that's why I'm right here in front of you guys today, talking with y'all, just following my gut and my intuition, and doing what feels good to me. Okay. And what's right. And I feel like I'm on my path now,
Yeah.
And so I do look forward to sleeping every night, because I do get answers, and I do commune with my relatives that have passed on, and things like that. And I do get answers. So yeah, dreaming is very important. And yeah, I go to bed just like you, Sonny. I wake up exhausted because I've been working my butt off in my dreams all night, doing stuff and helping people, and flying to Mars. Just kidding.
That's awesome.
It just, going places. So I understand.
You're not kidding. You were at Mars. You were in Mars last night.
Maybe.
Hanging out at Mars.
I might have been. I don't know. I might be in Mars
man.
right now. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
Part of me.
Live from the surface of Mars, Jessica Jones.
Right. Yes.
Into the portal.
I went into the portal and I came out in Mars.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
On location.
On
location. That's right. On site. Yeah, I got to try that.
Do you have any unconventional theories for dreams? Like, I've also, like, just while we were talking about that, I was kind of thinking, like, maybe your dreams are your way of, because they say, and Spooky's told me this before too, how we're kind of just one spirit in these individual bodies experiencing like the human life as one spirit. So, oh God, Jamie's in the chat. Can't look at that. And I was wondering, how cool would that be if your dreams are like, when you go to sleep, your dreams are kind of like you're uploading your daily experience to the head server. Like,
yeah,
instead of doing it when you die, maybe when you go to sleep, you're uploading information to the main server. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
It's kind of interesting how that theory popped into my head.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. I've never thought of it like that. Yeah. I mean, I like to think that we're all getting like downloads, when we're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we could be uploading our experiences too,
Yeah.
I
I've
mean,
never thought of the upload side of things.
Yeah, downloads and uploads, right? It's like
Mhm.
we're just living in a big matrix reality. So anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Definitely heard of the
Yeah.
download things before, because people have dream journals, and then, like Sonny, for instance, he had an experience where he had a dream was it a dream that you were building the battery, or was that a meditating?
I don't remember. I made that up.
Oh, well, we'll have to go back and listen to that episode.
Yes, it wasn't a dream. I was trying to do the for the longest time I was listening to the YouTube
Binaural
like
beats.
OBE. It's OBE, I think is what they call it for those videos. Is for OBE is what I had started out listening to. I came across these things because I couldn't sleep. I heard that if you listen to them, they'll help you sleep. I don't really believe in the out of body experience thing. So I started listening to them, and it made me sleep good. Then one night I had an out of body experience. To me, I was flying around Hawaii. Actually, that was like my first experience. So I thought that was awesome. I always wanted to go to Hawaii, never been. And I don't like heights. It was just crazy because I was flying pretty high over Hawaii. Yeah, like I could see everything. I don't know if that stuff exists. That's just where I thought I was. And yeah, maybe that's what I think it looks like. I don't know.
No,
But
it's interesting that you're saying that, because
those kind of
so
things
that's
were
remote
happening.
viewing. Yeah.
Well, those kind of things were happening. Okay. And I thought that was like the OBE, the out of body experience. Then I had this thing happen to me one night to where I was tired. When it was over, I was tired, like I was working, but it wasn't anything like the out of body experiences that I was experiencing before that in my sleep. This was totally different. There was people above me. These two guys were above me, and we're in this big building. I'm standing on a catwalk, and there's a rail in front of me. and they have a frame leaned on the rail of the catwalk. It's like this, that was like my little workstation. I was working in a walkway. It's almost like they were testing me for something, but they were teaching me how to build this battery. I think they were teaching me, or I was building it and showing them that I could. And I had a cart next to me and it had these blue cells on it, and I was taking the cells off and I'm putting each one in the frames, and everything was okay. And I start asking questions because I know the two guys are back there, but I built the battery actually for a long time before I turned around and looked at them. And I asked what it was for, and whatever their answer was, I turned back and looked. And when it was happening, there was no big deal that the one guy was a human, and then the guy standing next to him, I can't tell you what his face looks like. I know his head's big. I can tell you that it's a lot bigger than a human head. But I can't tell you what that looks like because it's just blurry to me. And
Yeah.
I do see his hands, and he doesn't have 5 fingers. I don't remember if it's 4 or 3, but I
Oh,
can
that's
remember that.
alien
His
right
hands
there.
weren't too blurred out. But his face is. I can't see that. And he's much taller than the other guy. They both have white lab coats on. They're both shaped the same. I can't see their bodies because they have clothes on. The guy with the clipboard is talking to me, and he tells me, oh, that goes right next to the other one. And I have a cell in my hand. When I asked him, what's this for? And I'm clicking them on. I have a cell in my hand, and I say, what's this for? And that's what the guy's writing stuff down, and he goes, oh, that goes right next to the other one. Like I was asking what the cell was, what this one was for. And I go, no, I know where this goes, and I tell him, what's this whole thing for? What's the whole thing for? And then the other thing tells me, just finish the battery. While I'm putting the battery together, not looking at him. And then so I keep working, and then I say again, I just want to know, like, what's it going to go in? What's it for? And I turn around this time to talk to him again, and the guy says something with the clipboard again, and then that thing says something to me, but his mouth's not moving. Remember, then I could see him. It just wasn't a big deal. It was no, that he wasn't a human. It wasn't a big deal in whatever was happening to me. But when I woke up, it was, and I couldn't see his face anymore. But I keep asking those questions, and that thing starts getting not mean, but bossy, like a boss.
Yeah.
Just finish the battery is what he was saying, but without moving his mouth ever. That
You
was
totally that's like alien
well,
abduction kind of stuff, I think.
when I woke up, I drew it, and I told these guys that still to
Yeah.
this day, I've never done it before. I've never done it again. I don't wake up and draw things. I can't draw.
I
at all.
always draw things when I have an experience like that. I draw it. Yeah, that's the best
I've
thing
never
to do.
had it. I guess if I had another experience like that, I would, but it's never happened again. It's
Yeah.
never. I don't know what it was. I've told these guys, I've told that story, it seems like 1,000 times now. Before, I would never tell anybody.
Yeah. No, I never
Ben
told
and
about
Joe
my
from UFO
experience
Garage
either.
got it out of me, and
Yeah,
able to
no,
talk.
I was in, because there's a stigma behind all of that. And so I never talked about my alien stuff. And, there I was last Saturday talking about it on my show. And it was, I used to be kind of not embarrassed about it, but I just knew that it wasn't going to be taken well by the general public, So, but now I think that the veil's been thinned, and there's so many people that have experiences like this. So it's okay to talk about this stuff. I mean, why not? Because it's a real experience, and it's real to us,
Oh man, it felt real. It did not
Yeah.
feel like a dream. It didn't even feel like the OBE things. It didn't feel like
Yeah.
I was having fun flying around. This felt real. Like I could feel the weight. I remember being scared at one point, thinking, "Oh shit!" I can't remember if I almost dropped one of the cells. I just know when I picked it up, because when you would hook them up to the battery, the cell, the energy in it looked like it's a bright blue, but it looks like it's swimming around in there, like it's liquid in there, but you can see a pattern moving through it.
Mhm.
It just floats all around. It's not directional. But when you plug it in to the battery next to it, all those batteries are working in unison, and then that pattern flows through all of them. It's like the flow. There was no connecting them. There was no plugging them in with plugs. You set it down, it clicked, and then it almost like it sucked itself to the next one. They had little grooves in each side, so they just it sucked flat. And it looked like what I told these guys was to me a Fabergé egg. Somebody else in chat said it was a battery egg. What'd they call it? Acorn or pine cone battery?
Pine cone.
Pine cone. That's interesting.
Because it's kind of similar shape to your pineal gland.
Yeah.
And then I found out a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been before Tesla cars. Before I knew about them anyway. But I found out years later that's how they make a Tesla battery. They take little batteries and stack them on top of each other like that. They actually go this way. I was going sideways with these ones, but they go long ways forwards.
Yeah.
Make these big rows of batteries and those little tiny ones. And then at the end of that, they tell me that the frame of that, what I'm building, that big frame, that egg-shaped frame, when I'm done with that, that's going to go, basically that's one cell now, and that's going to get clicked on this big, huge thing that makes a big, huge battery. So then I really started asking questions like, well, what's it power up? Like, if this runs a motor, I want to know what this runs, like, is it the whole time too, is I had, the way I was thinking was this was going to be for something to make something go fast. So it had something to do with the engine. And when I started asking all those questions, that's when the thing was getting kind of bossy, like just finish the battery. And before I was finished with the battery, because I was asking so many questions, I just woke up. I think I asked too many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it felt like. When I woke up, I instantly thought, I thought, I better draw the battery. And then when I was doing it, and that's when I realized, shit, I didn't finish the top. I didn't finish the top of the battery. I still had like this much to go, all these rows to make the top. Yeah. And
hope you didn't get in trouble.
So I was drawing all that stuff and writing stuff down, and you should see how sloppy it is. It's still around here somewhere. It's really bad, like, because I just woke up.
That's awesome.
So that was scary. Have you ever had anything like that to where like you thought you were doing out of body experiences when you first started, and then it really happened? Something like instead of out of body experience, it was the remote viewing type thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to rewind just a little bit and tell you that when you're listening to those binaural beats and the things that you might have been listening to before you went to bed, and it's associated with like astral travel and things like that. Well, we in remote viewing, when we were training, and still to this day, like we do the Monroe Gateway program. If you guys are familiar with that, where it is a series of like binaural beats that you listen to, and it's like a progression. There's a whole bunch of different steps that helps your brain start working, your right side and your left side. It just opens you up. Okay. And so, yes, that does help you to remote view and to astral travel, whatever you want to call these things. But yeah, I've had dreams where I was flying, my body was flying over Brazil and stuff. I mean, I've also been, I woke up one night and there was an ET in my house, and once my brain computed what it was, and I was seeing this thing. It had like the Grim Reaper. It had like a cloak and a hood on, and it was like a praying mantis looking thing. It was really weird, and I was really having a really hard time deciding if I was dreaming or if I was awake. And about that time, when I finally realized, wow, I'm awake, I got knocked out. Okay. And then I had a dream that I was, like the Wizard of Oz has the munchkins.
Yeah.
I was in a room full of little people, let's just say. And they were telling me to stop being violent. Apparently I was fighting. And they told me to stop beating up the mayor, that they were all going to get in trouble if I didn't stop beating up the mayor of their town. And I've never had a dream like that before. It was really weird, and I woke up the next morning. I felt like I had been in a boxing match. I was really tired. And then it took me a minute to realize, wow, wait a second. There was something in my room last night, you know, and then I had that weird dream. So, I mean, it was probably, you know, it could have been an abduction thing. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to decipher like what's in this 3D world and like what's a dream, you know, and what's, I don't know. Everything is jumbled up sometimes when you're having experiences like this.
Yeah, some of the weird dreams like that really make you wonder, because it's like, if we're getting these downloads for a reason and these dreams are being put into our minds for a reason, it's hard to believe that something like that would have a lesson to it.
Yeah.
Or like the dreams that you have when you're on a roller coaster. It's like, well, all I remember being on was a roller coaster. What was the lesson that I was gaining from that?
Yeah.
So,
well, a lot of times it's not, when we're dreaming, it's not really just lessons. It's just your mind trying to make sense of life, being a human, you know. We're all here just trying to be human, you know.
right.
So, yeah.
This is what I had next to my bed. It says BNSF. I used to work for the railroad. This was my notebook. I didn't work for it back then. This was just laying next to the bed. I keep football bets in here if you owe me money. That's why it was next to the bed. That's what I drew when I woke up. Look how sloppy everything is.
Oh, wow.
So long and
yeah.
The bottom was flat though. It was not round like that. It was flat at the bottom. So I drew it wrong. I was trying to do my best.
Yeah, that's
and the
awesome.
cells, there wasn't that many at the bottom. They were bigger. That's why I switched it while I was drawing. I switched it up here because they were much bigger like the top ones. And then if you see how they overlap, that's the little grooves they had in them where they just click together. So
interesting.
I actually drew one up there. You can see the little grooves where they would snap together. Yep.
Oh my God, I love it. You got a diagram, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, that might change the world one day. Who knows?
Was it Melinda Leslie? Was it her? Or I think the guys were talking to her from UFO Garage, and she told them to tell me to always remember that, you know, and to never forget, because that might be something that they were installing in me that I might need in the future. And then the guys asked if I ever built batteries. That was my first job out of high school. I actually built automotive and aircraft and boat batteries, and
very cool.
But yeah, nothing like that. I do RC cars that are all battery, and I have to do LiPo batteries now. What I was building was nothing like that. It was an energy itself that you never had to charge inside these cells.
Whoa.
But
you know, there may be some kind of like higher knowledge that you have that you haven't really totally tapped into it in this life right now, this lifetime as a human, but perhaps you did that in a past life, and like I'm just saying, I don't know. I may not be right, but I mean, you could be being taken somewhere to work on projects that you did in a past life, or off planet somewhere or something. I mean, there's no telling. Yeah.
It felt more like they had, for some reason, I already knew how to build the battery. So it felt more like I was showing them that I could do it for some reason. But I asked,
because you probably do know how to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
You've got that knowledge. But you know, there's a reason that we all have interest in what we're interested in right now. Like I'm interested in, you know, all sorts of stuff. And it's because I've been practicing for lifetimes at what I'm doing right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we all have been practicing for life. That's my opinion. I may not be right. But I believe in reincarnation. I believe that we keep coming here and learning, and we have goals, and we try to hit those goals every lifetime, and we just pick up different talents and stuff and abilities. And you just got to start to tapping into it, you know, and to reach your fullest potential this lifetime. And I think that battery thing is part of your fullest potential.
Yeah, it's something I can't forget it. I tell these guys the reason I'm able to tell you that dream like that is because it's like it happened last night.
You'll never forget.
I've never had that fade at all. Like I can still see the people that were in this big ass hangar thing or whatever I was in. I remember telling them they were so far away at one point. I even thought of saying, "Hey," you know, like waving at somebody while I'm building this battery, and I thought, as I'm building it and clicking these in, if I was to wave at those guys and scream as loud as I could, they wouldn't even hear me. That's how far away, like how big this place was.
Wow.
And everyone had white on. We're all had white. The other guys had like white, like coveralls that zipped up, and the other dudes, they just had white lab coats on. And white pants.
Sounds like
strange.
you've been somewhere.
Yep.
Your services were needed.
And then people asked if I could see outside. I could.
Yeah.
I could see the stars because that's another thing. The opening for this place was so big that whatever they're working on, I remember thinking you can land a plane in there without even getting near those people, right in the center of all of them. You know, it was that big.
Wow.
And then they were saying, "Were you in space?" And I was like, "I don't think so," because I remember that thing being open. I could see. That's all I could see was stars, you know. But I don't think it was in space. It was open.
Wow. I mean, it could have just been another dimension, you know. Who knows?
It was something. If that was real,
Yeah.
that's scary. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, it's 100% real. But what if that's just like a dream that I've never had a dream that was so real before, and that was the only one I've ever had like that or something? I don't know. I've tried to explain it a billion times to myself, and no, I physically felt like when I woke up, I was tired. I could still feel the weight from those cells. Like I can tell you to this day, if I could pick something up, like that's the same exact weight that cell was. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's not something you normally remember from a dream.
I know, right?
have
That's
so many-
awesome.
They were
Yeah,
really
so many
heavy
details.
because they almost felt like they were made out of plastic, but like the shell of it. But
Mhm.
they were heavy,
Wow.
very heavy for the size they were. But I don't know, guys. Just
That's awesome. You know what? But you know what? That experience will probably made such an impression on you. I mean, you might invent something one day that's going to literally change the world, you know?
sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Unless it has something to do with a truck or a car, but if it did have something to do with making something go fast, now that I could see me inventing. If I could just know what was inside that cell, that should have been the questions I was asking. But instead, I
Well,
was
next
asking,
time,
what
right?
is it next
Next
time?
time.
Yeah,
Maybe
there'll
you'll
be a
have
next time,
another
you never know.
chance. Yeah. Manifest it, man. Write it down on a piece of paper before you go to
I'll
bed.
try it. I've never done
Manifest
that
it. Try
before.
it.
I'll see what happens. I'll try what
Kind
you
of,
said.
you got to put your intention towards it.
Mhm.
And I write
Manifest.
good cursive. My regular handwriting it looks like chicken scratch, but my cursive's pretty nice.
Nice.
That's how we used to write when we were kids. They made us write cursive.
Yeah.
Me too.
You can
Me
turn
too.
anything in without it being in cursive.
Mhm.
I know. Now I've got to teach my son how to write in cursive because the schools will never teach him. And you know what else is written
so
in cursive?
crazy.
It's like our Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. All that stuff's written in cursive, right?
Yep.
Makes you wonder.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Makes you wonder
guys,
why
if
they're
I'm
not
going to
teaching
do
it
that
anymore.
tonight. So if I don't come back, if something happens to me, it's her fault. She said write it down.
Who, me?
Yeah. This is like
Write it down.
I'm
No,
gonna be
I'm just
looking for a
saying,
cube.
if you want. Hey, if you
Yeah,
haven't already taken you,
Go
they
out and
probably won't
find the
take
cube
you.
again and see if I'm there. If I don't.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
be out with my
right?
phone looking for a cube in my camera.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of the cube, Enzo had a question.
Yeah, sorry,
and
it's
it's
been up
about
here
the
forever.
meadow. And yeah, we've been observing the meadow. We do observe it, but yeah, we have attempted to make contact. We have made contact at the meadow, and we've done the SD session where we do the ghost boxes and things like that. And I'm never really impressed with ghost box stuff. It's very lower vibrational frequencies out there, and I try to do like more high vibing things. It's not like ghosts telling me to F off and things like that, you know? So yeah. Yeah, we've gotten messages though through like ITCs and things, and we've done the Greer protocol, the CE5 or something like that, but that has
Mhm.
not really brought a whole lot of results. But yeah, we just go out there and just sit, you know, and yeah, we observe, and we have had some interesting experiences. I'll just say.
Do you ever have to go out there and let them know? Like, do you go out there? Say I was just going to go out and sit on my tailgate and check out this guy. Would you go out there and kind of like let them know telepathically or that you're there, or like through meditation, or do you just?
Well, I can
let them-
tell you from experience, like Bigfoot. Let's just use Bigfoot as an example.
Mhm.
The Bigfoot in the area where we research, they know you're coming before you get there. Okay, there's a telepathy aspect to a lot of this stuff,
Mm.
and so whenever you're there, especially there, I don't know if it's just certain people in particular shine they're like a beacon, okay, of light. And I think we all radiate a light, all humans do, but some people are just brighter than others, and they're open to the high strangeness of areas. And I think my team, honestly, like my team is extremely bright, and we do attract a lot of high strangeness and a lot of weirdness. So we go out there, and maybe that's why we have a lot more activity than the normal average person, because we're open to it. We all have a very open mind. Yes, I will sometimes meditate before I go into an area to try to make contact with whatever's out there, Bigfoot in particular. Just to be like, hey, come into our base camp, hey, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. You guys come and see us. You can really do that. So it's all about that telepathy and that vibration, getting on that frequency.
Right. To go back to what you were saying about like a bubble of protection, what would somebody do, for instance, if they were going like tent camping out in the national forest to protect themselves from anything that would want to harm them while they were at that campsite? Is there something that they could do while they're camping?
Oh, man. Well, it depends. We've got physical protection. We got spiritual protection. We got energetic protection. You need to protect yourself in every area. Because I'm not so scared of like paranormal activity in the woods as I am of people.
Yeah,
there's a lot of serial killers will be out there hiding out, so you do have to be able to have some way to protect yourself. It's all I'm going to say. And physically, and also do that energetic protective bubble. Also, never go in the woods alone. Always have someone with you, and always let people know where you are. Like it's just a matter of the David Paulides Missing 411 series. I mean, if you guys have read any of that or watched any of his show, YouTube videos, not to go out by yourself, and at least have a firearm on you in a spot, one of those GPS trackers or something. Just let people know where you're at.
The crazy thing with some of those stories, the 411 stories, is like, even if you were with someone, I totally agree with you. Absolutely go out with someone. But like the one that I'm thinking of it was like a 3 or 4 year old boy who was right directly behind this family. And then all of a sudden he was just instantly gone.
You make your kids walk in the middle of you. When you're walking in the line, let me tell you, the one that's the strongest, it's just like a pack of wolves, like the strongest ones are going to be in the back, like the protectors, you got to think like a wolf when you're out in those woods. Let the weakest ones stay in the middle, and, don't go where people can't see you. If you're in the front, if you're walking like on a trail, don't run ahead of the crowd, always stay together. And the strongest people in the back. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. That's just my experience. That's kind of like how I like to roll.
No, that's good advice. If the wolves have done it for forever, and it's working out for them, must be a reason for it.
Must be. Just study the wolves, man. Packs. Yeah. But you could just walk off trail for a half second and never be seen again. So some people talk about seeing what looks like the predator kind of stuff, like how it looks like just a change in the environment in front of you, and it's like a ripple effect, kind of. It looks like water. They say don't walk into that. If you ever see that, go the other direction. Don't walk into that, because that could be like one of those cubes. But who knows? I don't know. We really haven't encountered another one of those since that happened.
Have you had any experience or had any credence given to the portals that have been found or talked about at the tops of these staircases that people find in the woods?
Yeah, I hear about these staircases, and I've studied them a little bit, but I think those are like man-made. I don't know.
Yeah.
all I know is what my team has experienced. So I can't really speak on the staircases, but I do get asked about those quite a bit. And
It's just one of those weird things.
It's weird, right?
I think you're right. It probably is just leftover like stairs or whatever from somebody's
old
front
house.
porch. Yeah, an old house that was out in the middle of the
Or
nowhere.
I mean, it could be like an art project or something. It could be something that somebody did for a college exhibit or something.
Another thing
Like
it could be
staircases.
too. Yeah, it could just be just a retired person, a retired man or woman that has nothing else to do but read about cryptids and put a little prank on for us that are the ones that are going out in the middle of nowhere that nobody's ever been before, and then we find this staircase that somebody built on their spare time.
Well, you can never underestimate.
Go ahead, Jessica.
Oh no, I was going to say you can never underestimate the power of bored humans.
Exactly.
Right?
So, yeah, and that includes like when we're looking at like tree structured things, like with Bigfoot, you have to think like who's been in this area. Like, have the Boy Scouts been out there and like tied some trees together? It's really like a lot of things can be explained away by just bored drunk campers or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to ask you about Mount Shasta. If your team has ever done any work over there.
Oh no, we stick to the south, man. We're down here in the
Okay.
southeast, and so we have not been there. I would love to go there one day. I'd like to go check out Bat Squatch sometime.
Bat
Y'all know what
Squatch.
No, what's
Yeah.
Bat Squatch?
Oh my God, it's kind of funny. Like you can look it up online. There's back in the 80s, there was a big Sasquatch that had bat wings that was seen flying around Mount Shasta or Mount St. Helens, actually, I think is where that was. So,
Wicked.
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, the Bat Squatch. There's all sorts of different Sasquatches. So it's like a hybrid of a bat.
Chad Squatch.
Chad Squatch. Yeah, that'll be the next
Yeah.
thing people are seeing.
Man, there's like goat squatch, bat squatch, dog man, all that stuff. There you go. You found it.
It's a super
that
small
crazy?
image, so it's really pixelated. But yeah, that's great. That's something else.
Yeah.
I learn something new every time I do a podcast or, learn about some new cryptid. That's crazy.
It's real.
Bat Squatch.
It's so real.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Oh
like
my
I said.
God. Let me pull this picture up. This is, check this out. This is how popular it gets. There's a beer.
Oh wow. See, I
I'll
told
take
you.
6 of those.
Oh my God, it's a 6-pack of that. That'd be cool just to collect that.
That's
That
good
would
Friday
be.
night.
I'd drink it.
Dedicated to the legend. Bat Squatch, Hazy India Pale Ale. That is awesome.
I would totally drink that.
Anybody looking for a birthday present? My birthday's May 5th. There you go. I'll take a 6-pack of Bat Squatch. Thanks.
Nice. I'm a May baby too.
Are you?
I am. I'm a Gemini though. I'm down in the
Oh, okay. I'm Taurus.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hold on. I got one more.
Yeah.
I love this
Another
Bat
bat
Squatch thing.
squatch.
Yeah. Look at that logo. That is
Oh
sweet.
man, that's awesome.
That is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he might be my new favorite cryptid, man. Bat Squatch.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
thank you. Thank you. I never would have known about it if you didn't tell me.
Oh my gosh. I can give
That's
you
awesome.
a list. I'll send you a list later. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. And you said the Bat Squatch is out west?
Yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
they said Mount St. Helens actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. No, I haven't been out there to do any Bigfooting. I mean, I literally have stayed in the South. I live in Georgia. A lot of Sasquatch activity up in them mountains in Georgia. So, we got the swamp ape down in South Georgia and in Florida. South Carolina, we have the lizard man and a lot of Bigfoot activity. South Carolina and North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Alabama, all these states. This is kind of my stomping ground.
Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, Smoky Mountains. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the Appalachians. So, but yeah, I mean, you can have cryptid activity anywhere though. Like I said, I had some ETs in my house. So,
You had ETs?
ETs
Yeah.
are cryptid. Yeah. But as far as like Bigfoot goes, yeah, mountains are going to be the spot to look for those.
Melissa says, "Are you freaking kidding me, Chad? Satan's birthday is May 5th." That is not correct. Based on a quick Google search, it says October 31st and December 11th could both be considered Satan's birthday. So, got you there. It is, however, Cinco de Mayo, so you have a double reason to celebrate.
That's a good birthday, man. Everybody's celebrating. They're all wearing sombreros and stuff, drinking beer for your birthday.
Well, we'll have to have a Cinco de Mayo Chad Smith birthday party podcast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I see. Oh, sorry. I saw Connor leaving a message about a place that I researched.
I was just gonna say we've got Connor from Bigfoot Anon in the chat.
Yeah, I got Connor coming on my show in a couple of weeks. I can't wait.
No way.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He's coming on. Yeah,
That's going to be a good
5th,
one.
I think. Yeah, 2 weeks.
March 5th.
Yeah, he and I actually have researched the same area. Now, I was asked not to bring up this person's name, the family, but he just wrote it in the live chat. So I'm not going to say their name, but yeah, a few years ago, my team was sent down. We were asked to go and investigate a private property of a couple that was having Bigfoot activity on their property. And it turns out Connor has been there quite a bit as well, apparently. And so apparently a bunch of people have been down there investigating this place, but we did, I spent the weekend down there, and let's just say it's called the Enchanted Forest for a reason. I didn't get a lot of activity when I was there, but we did have some other stuff that went on that was like connected to the earth that was out there. It was like, almost like a portal, I guess you could say, kind of like a portal, but it was almost like the earth was, they were on Animal Planet. Oh, the secret's out. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I don't have cable, so I don't watch TV here. So,
no, that's all right. I don't watch TV either.
Screw TV and, cable. So, okay. So they're on Animal Planet. All right. Well, it's this family. Husband and a wife. Okay. Yeah. And, but yeah, they, the wife actually had, they were laying in bed one night, and something was basically up on their porch and just let out a god awful scream and scared her to death, her and her husband. And they actually contacted, obviously several groups to go out there to research, because it was, there's some very strange energetics on their property for sure. Now, I think that a lot of what is going on out there is tied to the land, in my opinion. And I didn't, they probably do have a portal where things are coming in and out, but there is one particular area on their property that seemed to be kind of I don't know, lot of energetics is all I'm going to say for, natural stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of the same things going on out there that you think are going on out at Skinwalker. Possibly.
Well, I didn't experience that stuff there. I didn't experience everything that we experienced at the Meadow on their property, but I've heard stories of other people experiencing that. So just because I didn't experience it doesn't mean it didn't happen or it's not real.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. It's just, I was only out there for like 3 days. So, the land that we research, we've been doing research on those properties for years and years and years, so I can definitively say there is activity like Skinwalker Ranch at the places that I research. This place was more like an investigation, like a quick little weekend thing. So, but, I got a call from a park ranger here in Georgia. I've been asked not to tell everybody what park it is, but it's one of the parks in a state park. And they had like 8 or more Bigfoot sightings in 1 month. And this guy contacted me.
That's pretty good.
So we went out. I didn't take the whole team, but I took, there were 3 or 4 of us. Yeah, there were 4 of us that went up there and kind of scouted it out. And
there were 8 separate reports from separate individuals. Whoa.
Yeah, but once we got up there, we were able to kind of disprove a lot of it, because word had kind of gotten out that there was activity going on, and there's like a mass psychosis or whatever you want to call that, or I'm thinking that people probably heard about it and then everything became Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be really careful about that. Once one person thinks they see Bigfoot, then everybody sees it and every little thing is Bigfoot. Yeah. So
I've wondered about that too with UFOs, but see, not like the Phoenix lights though, because that was more of that was more of just like a mass sighting, whereas the Bigfoot thing, if you're not all seeing it at the same time, that could be just like a mass. What did you call it?
Mass psychosis.
Psychosis. Yeah, I
I
wanted to
don't
say
know.
like
It's just
hysteria or something.
what
but-
came to my head. I don't know.
Mhm.
I guess that's what that is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that is, it's like that with any kind of paranormal stuff, like, how many times when you were a kid, like you're watching a scary movie and like you jump and like everybody in the room jumps, so it's like, oh, well, they may not have even experienced it, but they're working off your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like they're reacting to the way you reacted. So that energy is just kind of out there, and, and people want to believe and they want to see Bigfoot, they want to see aliens. So then everything becomes Bigfoot. They
Right.
hear a wood knock, Like I hear wood knocks. I heard a wood knock last time I was in the woods. I don't believe they're actually wood knocks. I think it's something different, but I do think Bigfoots are doing it. I just don't think they're picking up a tree branch and hitting a tree personally.
Yeah.
That sound clip that Big Willie played for us, Chad. That's the best wood knocks and that samurai chatter. Ooh, that was
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, okay. So you
That was
guys,
the best I've ever heard it.
I've got to
Yeah.
tell y'all. So speaking of samurai chatter, that's what my show is about this Saturday night. I'm going to be talking about Bigfoot language. Okay. And so I have my friend Joel, who is a holistic energy healer, and he speaks light language. And he and I discuss light codes and things like that. Well, I've made a connection personally, and it may not be right, but I hear in the samurai chatter, it sounds a lot like light language, if you guys are familiar with that. So we're going to be exploring that on Saturday night. And it's also got connections to like Native American dialects and things like that. And so, I've got books on the Cherokee language. I've been studying it. And there's actually a crypto linguist from the U.S. Navy, retired guy, who can't think of his name right now, but he worked with the Sierra sounds from Ron Moorhead, from the 70s, took that samurai chatter and has interpreted it, and has made like and noticed a language out of it, and it actually is kind of like the Cherokee language. So I'm going there. I'm going all in this Saturday night. So you guys be sure to tune into my show if y'all are interested
sounds
in the
interesting.
Bigfoot language. Yeah.
8 p.m. Eastern, right?
8 p.m. Eastern, on KGRA Digital Broadcasting.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be fun. I
sounds
don't think
cool.
there's not a whole lot of people studying that right now. And just that samurai chatter sounds a lot like, some certain people when they're speaking light language to me. And light language is, if you guys are familiar or not, it doesn't always make sense. And our brains have a hard time computing it. Like I've tried to speak light language and my ego gets in the way and I sound stupid to myself. And I'm like, I can't do this, So it's like your brain has to override your ego. Do you know what I'm saying? And like you just start speaking, and it's like speaking in tongues. Like my great grandmother used to speak in tongues at church back in the, the Depression days and stuff. And it freaked my family out. My mom, when she was a little kid, she used to hide under the church pew when she'd start speaking in tongues because she was scared. But really it's just your body. It's like your higher self speaking, and it's like, it's almost like a connection with God, and it's like a frequency. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense, but your soul understands it. Okay. Right. So I don't know. We're going to get into it. I'm going to let my friend Joel explain it a little better than me, because I'm not that good at explaining light language.
My mom, she used to go to this church where people would do that, and a guy would stand up, or a lady, and they didn't speak this language, Chad, and they would just start belting this out. And it's not like me or you trying to mimic a language that someone's taught. These people were speaking a language that they didn't know how to speak. And then someone on the other side of the church sometimes would stand up and just start translating it.
Yeah.
Like they knew what they were saying.
That's light language, basically.
I've seen that before, but I mean, I've never done that or anything. I'm Catholic.
Hey, Rob.
We went into that church to see what it was about, and that's what we seen. It was things like that.
It's interesting. I wasn't even familiar with light language until recently, the past year or so, and I'm fascinated by it, honestly. It's almost like it sounds like a different language, but you can't put your finger on it. It's like ancient and it's futuristic at the same time.
It sounded
So
very strange.
yeah, it's very strange, but that's what I hear when I hear the samurai chatter and those Sierra sounds that Ron Moorhead recorded back in the 70s. So we're gonna go all in on Saturday night. We're gonna do some
That's gonna
exploring
be
of this.
so cool.
Yeah.
Did we drop her link, Chad? Did we already do that?
I think I dropped it earlier, but I was just going to do it again because I saw Cassie was looking for it, I think.
Good morning, Cass. Melissa.
Yeah, Cassie's been
Frazzle.
helping us out a lot in the chat. Thank you so much, Cassie.
Cassie's awesome. And Coral. And Breeze here, Thin Lizzy.
I don't think Jamie came back. I hope she's not mad at us.
She didn't break none of us, so she got mad.
Well,
She'll be back to harass us.
She was on lunch break, and I haven't seen her come back from lunch break. So,
Are y'all looking for my YouTube channel?
Yeah, I had it, and then
you can look it up. It's Oracle of the South on YouTube. Okay, and on all the social media sites like Instagram. My shows are on there. On Facebook as well. So you can look up Jessica Jones, Oracle of the South on Facebook. And my show is called Into the Portal. So like I have an Instagram for my show, Into the Portal _Jessica. So yeah, y'all go follow that. And of course I got my shop, War Woman Goods. So if you guys want to support my show and all that stuff, y'all go buy some Native American stuff. Yeah,
I had that written down.
Jewelry.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? It's called War Women Goods?
War Woman Goods. That's my shop. I sell like vintage Native American jewelry and a bunch of biker rings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I support my show and everything I'm doing right now. So
and that's the Etsy link, right?
Yeah, it's Etsy.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that too.
Yeah,
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Okay, do you mind if I just pull that up so we can look at it real quick?
Yeah.
Because it's really interesting stuff, and I want to look at some stuff. That's awesome.
Thank you. There we go. It's my turkey.
I was checking out stuff too. I was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Jessica, you're awesome.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I think you guys are awesome.
Here's the one I was just looking at. This one. This one might have to come up missing on your site.
Yeah, look, I put everything on sale last night, so my whole shop's on sale. So y'all go buy some things up.
Oh yeah, please, guys. Oh, there's only one of these available.
That's actually not everything is very unique, and I only usually have one of each thing that I have because it's all so unique, and they're all handmade by Native American artists. So that's a Navajo malachite spider. Yeah, sterling silver.
Wow,
Do
guys!
You have
and it's on sale
from Choctaw
and free shipping.
Choctaw.
Choctaw. No, most of my jewelry is Navajo and Zuni, actually. Yeah.
Wow, some of the stuff is so cool. Well, all of it's really
guys.
cool.
Y'all are
but
really sweet.
yeah, I really like this stuff. Please go check her stuff
Thank
out
you.
and support her.
This is the best advertisement ever. Thank you.
Oh, we do this a lot. We'll pull up. We'll sit here for 10 minutes and look at people's merch stores.
Oh, nice.
What's the black one up there, Chad? The little spider thing. There's a black one up there.
Yeah, there's a black one. That's Onyx.
Right here.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Onyx.
Yeah.
It is Onyx.
That's
cool.
badass.
Definitely. Ring.
I love spiders, man. Spiders and snakes. That's my thing.
That one is really cool. The Onyx.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hey, I'll hook you up, Chad.
I'm gonna have to do some shopping.
Yeah.
Next podcast, I'm gonna have a necklace.
All your stuff.
For sure. Yeah, that's a cool site.
Thank you.
Let me drop it one more time. Etsy /
Yeah, War Woman Goods.
War Woman Goods. Grab this whole link, copy, and all right, guys, it's in the chat one more time too. Make sure you go over there and check that out. That's some awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's one thing to just say like we do. We just say, if you like the show and you want to support us, click on the link tree and help us that way. What's that?
Melissa said, "Show her the statue I saved." Why?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think that statue is probably worth $2 million, and you're just It's over there just collecting dust.
What statue? Tell
It
me
has
about
a
it.
wig on right now. I don't want to point the camera at her.
It's got a wig on. Now you have to. Now we got to see it. It's got a wig on.
You really want to see it with the wig on?
I don't care. It doesn't have to have a wig on. No, I want to see it for its pure beauty.
Take down your there.
Oh, nice.
She don't look like that.
No.
That's beautiful. Is that wood?
It is.
that carved?
It's so heavy.
Wow.
When I went to get it, it was standing up in the corner like this, and I tried to pick it up. I went, "What the fuck? Is it bolted to the floor?" And then I shook it like this, and I go, "What the hell? It's not bolted. It's just so heavy. It's really heavy."
Wow.
Carved.
That's beautiful. Is that
It is.
African?
It's so cool. I don't know.
It's beautiful.
I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
I don't know who carved it. She's got a little.
She's got the
butt cheek down
avatar.
there popping out.
I
Hair.
love that. Yeah, it's kind of alien looking a little bit.
And then she's got this big whip. It's like that she's holding. It's like this whip.
Wow, yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be hair. If she
I
took
like
someone's
it.
Ponytail or. And then she
It's
has
probably
big
a
old
it's probably a
mohawk.
whip. Yeah.
And then her hair dress comes down. That whatever she has on her head, that's not her hair, and it's tied under her chin right here.
Could be Egyptian actually. Wow.
Yes, I don't know.
That's
I don't
beautiful.
know.
Where
I
did
don't
you
know
get that?
why this was
Yeah.
at the dump.
It was at the dump.
Oh, the dump. I got my
somebody
bed at
threw
the
this
dump.
away, and it's like an
No, wait, the
inside
dump, the
thing
store
where
or
they
the dump?
separate all the recyclables and stuff like that. It
Oh, I
was
thought you meant like the
in
store,
in
the
this
dump.
big, huge building, and
I was like, I got my bed at the dump. Wait a second, not that dump.
I've had it, but I've had that thing for like I don't even
Oh
know,
my God.
20 years.
Wow. Hey, you know what?
15
Oh, you
It
years.
have?
might, it might be haunted though. I'd be careful if you found the dump. It may
not
be like
haunted.
cursed or
This thing
something. I don't know. I don't know if I'd take
She
something else
watches
from
all
the
my
dump.
tools. Maybe that's how come no one steals my tools no more.
I didn't know you had that 20 years, Sonny. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time. I found it a long time ago, guys.
That's awesome.
That's really cool though. I would just be really careful about bringing things home from the dump because I'd be worried that it was cursed or something.
I'm
Somebody
not
put it
scared
there
of
for
I'm
a
not
reason.
scared. I'm not as scared.
But it's not obviously because you seem fine. You seem good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bree from the chat was just
That's a great find. You could probably sell that for a lot of money.
I'm
People
thinking-
have offered to buy it. I think a guy offered me like $500-$600 for it before, and that was I can't remember what the most was, but that was probably it. But I still said
Yeah.
no. It's mine. I've had it forever. I don't want to get rid of it.
yeah.
Somebody put
That's
a lot
awesome.
of work into that
Yeah.
thing. And it's beautiful, man. I don't want to get rid of it. I've never seen another one or anything like it.
Bree says you better sage that biatch.
Yeah. I agree. A good little sage that never hurt anybody.
I
Yeah.
think she likes me.
You think she likes
She
you?
likes me. She don't hurt me.
She's been pretty perky for the last 20 years.
That's right. She's still perky.
She must still like you.
Wooden titties do not sag after 20 years.
Well, that's good to know.
That's a quote.
That's a good quote. Yeah, we'll have to put that on the next
The
batch
Chad
of
Smith
shirts. that we get.
podcast.
Yeah. For the first 2 months, I had splinters in my tongue.
Oh my God, Sonny. What's up, Dusty?
TMI.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, Jessica.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
it's
I'll
damn-
just have-
That's pretty funny.
It's the girls in the chat. They get us going.
Jessica didn't know what
and
she was getting into.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, I roll with a bunch of dudes, so I'm used to this stuff. We're good.
I could tell you were reading the chat earlier because the comments that were popping up, I'm like, oh my God.
I was trying not to laugh. Actually, I was trying.
Well, yeah, me too.
They
me
try to
too.
break us.
Y'all
That's
got
why they're
some. Y'all
doing
got
it.
some funny. Y'all got some funny friends in the chat today.
They're
don't
all
you? Somebody was
girls. Those are all
they are?
girls that are talking dirty like that. Yes, they are.
Hey, that keeps you on your toes, though. You know,
Oh, it does.
it's like everybody's got to try not to laugh. You know, it's like keep a straight face. Keep a straight face.
What is Melissa saying? That's why they junked. Are you talking about my statue? Why'd they throw it away, Melissa? What'd you say?
I don't remember what we were talking about. That's why they junked it. Because it had a curse on it?
She must have said something about it being haunted. We know you're.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe it comes alive at night or something. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know. I put a camera on that sucker. Get my
I was just
wise
thinking.
camera out. Yeah.
Put like
You
an
want to see
infrared camera on it
orbs
all
too?
night.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe she's protecting you from all
dude.
those orbs.
It was so funny when I first got it. When I brought it home, I knew my wife would be like, "What the hell is that?" You know, like you're not. So what I did was I brought it home and I cleaned it all up and oiled it all up. It was all pretty and beautiful, and I stuck it right in the middle of the living room on like the coffee table, like it was just gonna be there forever. Oh my god, dude! It didn't last in the house for more than 10 minutes. It's been in the shop ever since.
It could be a little spooky, I bet. I don't know. I like it. I think it's
I
cool.
always felt like she was guarding my tools. Really, that's what I felt like.
She's the war woman.
She
Yeah.
is. She's
The war woman.
Yeah.
She looks like a
That'd be interesting to talk to somebody that actually might know a thing or two or what that is, and maybe she does have a name.
She has another whip in her other hand too.
Well, you know, a lot of the ancient Egyptian statues, they're holding a whip. So, yeah.
I didn't know if that was a ponytail, like she cut it off of somebody. Like I know if you take certain cultures' ponytails or their hair, or
If you study the ancient Egyptians, though, like they have a lot of them are holding a whip across their chest. So,
why do you think that? I mean, do you know why that is? Because I've never heard of that.
There's a lot of different theories to it.
There's been a lot of slaves over the years.
I don't think it had something to do with. I don't know. I've read a whole lot on it, but it's I don't know. I don't really want to go there because we'll be talking for a while.
Right.
She's always holding stuff like that with the whip hand. Now I have her holding my jacket.
I'm telling you, that's one of those things that's worth like $500,000, and you got your jacket hanging.
It probably is.
I don't care.
Yeah, you go to like World Market. That thing's like
worth as much as it
thousands
wants
of
to
bucks.
be.
Yeah. What was that other one that was on Antiques Roadshow?
Oh,
It'd be funny, you just haul it in there on a dolly and everybody just passes out. They can't believe what you brought in there. We've been looking for that thing since...
I thought it was going to be something cheap, like I said, until I tried to pick it up. Then I was like, oh, wow. I think somebody actually carved that. Like, there's no signatures on it. There's nothing at the bottom of the base. There's nothing on it anywhere. And I think someone just carved it at home or something.
What kind of wood is it? Can you tell?
Heavy.
Heavy? Wood's pretty heavy.
Italian redwood. It's a bigotry. They used the bigotry.
The bigotry. Oh.
Bigotry.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you guys know. We'll look at the bottom.
You guys should do a show just on that statue.
Yeah, it almost looks like
wow.
Oh wow.
That's quite a stump there.
I guess
sure
we can have that's what it was. It's one big huge whatever this is. That's what it started out as.
That's crazy.
It's not pieced or glued together anywhere. It's all one piece.
Melissa says my bust is behind Spooky on the shelf.
Is it a short one?
Yep, the short one.
I'm gonna start calling it Melissa.
Yeah, that's Melissa back there. Jessica, can you see back there those marble
you
statues?
Said bust. Yes. I thought you said bus, like school bus, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You said
those are marble that Spooky's grandma actually carved from it in Italy.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Oh, his grandmother is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, we could probably do a whole podcast just on her. She sounds very interesting.
Didn't she used to teach carving?
Yeah, they used to have, and they probably still do, but of course she's way past that. She's been a long time retired, but they used to take groups of American sculptors or aspiring sculptors over to a little village in Tuscany, Italy. It's called Pietrasanta, and they would have, there still are some of the best sculptors and artists in the world right there. They have shops, and it's pretty amazing to see.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow. I love that. That's
very,
pretty
very
cool.
lucky to have her. We have her statues throughout the house, and also paintings and such.
Yeah. Does she pass down the talent to you? Do you do art?
Well, I don't do that type of art, but the whole family is pretty much artists in some way or another.
Yeah.
Mostly music.
Creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the world needs more creative people right now, and just to make the world more beautiful. Man, I feel like society has like gotten so drab, and like architecture and things like that, and now we need more like classical, beautiful things out there. More color. We need more color in this world.
The worst thing they ever did was take out art classes and things from the schools. It was broke my heart.
And cursive.
Yeah,
right.
really.
That's
Cursive
that's
looks
an art
like
form.
art. If you compare cursive just to regular writing, it looks like art when
Sure
it's
does.
done. My wife
Calligraphy.
can write beautiful like that. I don't have that well of handwriting. It's not so great, but it's a lot better in cursive.
There's still people that write just for fun with like the feather and ink.
Calligraphy.
Yeah.
I can hardly say it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's another thing. The Japanese writing, to me, that has always been art to me. Like those poor guys have to draw art just to form a sentence to me. But those little signs they draw with the dots and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
yeah,
Jessica,
I've been studying. Yeah.
I was going to say we did 2 hours, and we normally drop the link after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then people from the chat can join in and hang out with us. And it's about noon here, so you are welcome. I didn't want to like hold up your whole day, so you're welcome to take off if you wanted to, or you can hang out with us for the next hour too. It doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? I've got a bunch of stuff to get ready for today, so I would love to stay, but I've got some things to do. So I'm gonna thank you guys so much for having me on today.
That's a lot nicer than me, and I don't want you to
Jessica.
go. So go ahead and call us. Tell them you're going to be an hour late. You're not going nowhere, Jessica.
Sunny holds everybody here.
I would love to.
Well, you're gonna have to come back because I have more questions, and you have way too much information for just 2 hours. We're gonna have to.
Hey, listen, I could talk forever. I really could. So
cool.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank y'all. This has been wonderful. Thank y'all so much.
You're gonna come back, right?
Y'all are very smart. I like that. Very smart.
We're the brightest. We're the brightest of the bunch, I think.
The brightest crayons.
I don't know about that, man. We make it look like we know what we're talking about.
Well, hey, you guys are pulling it off.
It's you, Jessica. You make us look smart. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well, thank you.
Everyone in the chat,
guys,
blowing up.
So sweet.
Yeah, everyone loved you.
All right. Well, y'all be sure to tune into my show on Saturday night. Bigfoot language, light language, Cherokee, dialects, all that kind of stuff. We're going to explore all that. So, yeah, y'all come on in.
Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, on KGRA Digital Broadcasting. It'll be on YouTube and follow me on my YouTube channel, Oracle of the South. All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.
All right. Well, y'all have a great day. Okay, until next time. I'll see y'all soon.
Until next time. All right, we'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, that was awesome.
How are we getting so lucky to have the best guests?
Cassie.
No, man.
Cassie's good at this.
Awesome. She was awesome. Thank you so much, Cassie.
Cassie, killed it again. That was another good one. Thank you, Cass.
She kind of reminds me a little bit of when we talked to Preston. They have like similar. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I kept having like memories of when we talked to him.
Man, her website is so cool too. That the Etsy
Chad,
site.
Is it Preston Bennett or Dennett?
Dennett with a D.
Dennett, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, that woman is a wealth of knowledge, and she's so artistic. I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get Rocky and let him out.
Okay,
right, man. What else do we got on here? Vintage copper Thunderbird necklace. That's awesome. Look at the Mickey Mouse. I could look at this stuff all day. Look at that. 1985 Native American.
I'm so glad she brought it up because I didn't even know that she did this.
Me neither. My grandma used to have a lot of this turquoise stuff.
That's a lot of the native ancestors that they have these on the reservations. You can buy. I mean, but you can get them right here on Etsy now. You don't have to go.
Yeah. This
go
is
anywhere.
amazing that she's doing this for the Native American tribes that make it. Oh, that's cool. Egyptian pendant necklace.
Did she ever answer the question? I might have missed it. Did she ever answer the question if she was native?
She never answered that. I forgot to. I didn't get to
that's all right.
ask her.
I'm assuming she must have blood because of her interest in it, mostly. And her dedication to the.
Oh man!
Oh, that's sick! Look at that! Dang!
Was this right here?
I was looking at the chief with the headdress.
Right here.
I don't know if I can see it well.
If I click on it, it's going to open up a different. Here, I'll have to.
No, that's all right. Amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool pictures too.
Yeah, I mean that's a great shop she's got.
Yeah, this is really cool stuff, and it's not like it's super expensive. This is all stuff that you could save up for and grab. So what's up, Sonny? Did you get the dogs?
Yep. He's out there peeing.
I'm worried. I think Jamie's actually mad at me. She's not answering. We might not be a couple anymore.
And
I put her
here
in
you're
timeout.
American.
Put her in timeout. Now she's mad, I think.
You did not put her in timeout.
Yeah, I did as a joke.
You better get on Discord.
You messed up.
Is she talking bad about me on Discord?
I'm just saying, you better check.
We are done with that Chad Smith guy.
He's an asshole. That's
You wouldn't believe what he did. He put me in
you probably
timeout.
embarrassed her and made her feel bad. You're a dick, Chad.
I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to do something.
I'm gonna pay for it because I think I'm the next one in butt stuff.
Are you?
Of us. Yep.
Oh man,
Together, Chad.
I'm gonna bear the brunt of it, man.
we're gonna have to go back on another date.
Chad,
Yes.
Make what?
the blue one's back together. Got new tires on it.
Oh, good.
It's manly.
That looks sweet.
She's looking beautiful too. Look at that.
Oh,
Rust
man.
free.
Oh yeah. No rust on my truck.
Well, Sonny, I just have to make things right. So I think me and Jamie are gonna have to go on another date, bud.
Yep, you better do. You got some ass kissing ahead of you, dude.
I'll be right back. We got
Leave you. Look, hey, Bree. I haven't even seen Bree in here since you put her in timeout.
I know she was in here earlier too. Now she's gone.
Oh. Did you put Bree in timeout too?
No, I didn't put. No, Bree was being no.
Oh man,
I'll be right back. I got to go hang out with Jamie for a second. I'll be right back.
man, did you see Coral's face when she popped in? She was like,
I came in at the perfect time.
You did, right in the middle of our date. Sorry I couldn't be here when you got here, but I'm back.
That
Well,
was
I
a
can
super
already-
sexy image that I saw right then.
guys, somebody go find Jamie. I don't know.
I
if
found
Yeah,
her.
please get Jamie.
I found her. She's busy at work, but she's not mad.
Let me just tell
Hey,
you, this
busy.
Friday's after party is either going to be a massive orgy or a battle royale cage match.
It could be a divorce.
I'm scared either way.
It could be a divorce courthouse meeting.
Right?
I'm not sure.
It could be both.
Oh,
Could be. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out who gets what and who
Lovely
splits the
Coral.
dog.
I can smell the strawberries all the way across the pond.
Do you know what I can smell?
Maybe we shouldn't.
That could have been anything. No,
Yeah,
I've
we
just
should
got
maybe-
some.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I just picked up some birds, so that's all I can smell. But yeah, delicious hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome because I knew you ran out, so I'm glad to hear that you restocked up.
Yes. I usually struggle if I don't. It sounds so desperate, doesn't it? But I struggle if I don't have any on my day off, and I've got 2 days off. So
Yeah, no, that's
it was a bit of a
understandable.
struggle.
Enzo.
What Enzo say?
so
It'll be
Chad,
a cage match.
did you see the message from JoJo last night? Me and Spooky seen it. I know I seen that before.
About his
Fell
show?
asleep. About his show.
Yeah.
He wants us to do, but I think that's pre-recorded, isn't it? So I didn't think we'd have to do it on Monday. I thought that would just be a day we were all
Well, he
available.
mentioned that it could be pre-recorded,
Oh, okay.
but the one that we would be on, he made it sound like he could do either way.
Well, if we do it live, I'm gonna have to write you a note every Monday for work.
Yeah. Is it on
You can
Mondays?
stay home and do the show.
No, it's on Saturdays, right?
I thought he said something about Monday, didn't he?
The first time he talked about it, he said Monday at 7 p.m. But then
Mm.
after he started hearing that we might have some problems there, especially Chad, I think he was suggesting that maybe we could do some stuff on the weekend. I mean, the weekend during the day would be better, right, for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you, me, and Spooky got invited to a podcast on Wednesday, but it's at like 8 p.m. or no, 9 p.m. So it's like right when I get in the truck to go to work, and I asked him if he could do Wednesday. So I'm supposed to talk to you guys about maybe doing 8 p.m. my time Wednesday. So
Who is that?
that was Matt Williamson.
Oh, from Florida?
The Matt that was on Paranormal Chop Shop, that Matt?
No,
Not that Matt. No, the younger kid. I think he asked if we would do his too.
Oh, okay.
But he hasn't got back to me though.
Oh yeah. It's the dude that was on. Was he on Chop Shop? Or I thought he was on our show or this show.
No,
I
he was
think
on
that
Chop
the
Shop.
Matt that hung out after the show too. That left
Yeah.
when Melissa was in there and
Yeah,
South
Being came
South
on
Florida
playing his-
squatching.
booty
That's
shaking
right,
music.
What does
Yeah, he's
Enzo
awesome.
have a podcast?
Enzo, I think our podcast is his podcast.
yeah. I think he just goes to all
Okay.
the other podcasts.
Yeah.
That way he keeps the liability low.
What the hell, Melissa?
Which
Oh,
I can't see
wish
the
you-
chat. What's being said?
I don't
Jesus,
know.
Melissa. Oh God. Oh no.
Oh, it's
no.
over. It is a battle royale cage match this Friday.
Oh,
I can already tell.
I'm
Jamie's
so
here.
sorry, Jamie. I'm so sorry. What can I do? Can I do anything to?
How can we be apologizing to her right now? Think of all the damage and all the debauchery.
Oh,
This
this
is
is.
sexual
She says
harassment.
this is sexual harassment.
What?
Okay, you heard it first here, folks. Jamie's the one calling us out for sexual harassment. You guys, I've got 18 people in the chat that can vouch for. I'm scared. Terry
should
Brown
be.
says, "I love you, Jamie. I've been chastising Chad since he banished you. Evil, Chad. Evil." This is against my unemployment or my employment contract at Harassment Incorporated.
It's just Jamie, when you bring up you start talking about Mexican sausage, that is when it crosses a certain line. Okay.
Wait, let me see where that was. Let's see here. Is this what you're talking about?
Oh my God. There you go. Thanks, man. Oh my God.
Spooky, is it time for breakfast? I woke up with my mouth empty. What does that mean?
Don't ask her that.
Is that bad?
I know what it means.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm not sure if this is a real website, but if it is, that's cool. onlyufos.com/Chad Smith. Oh, did you see this comment, by the way, Spooky?
Yeah, I saw that and almost
Okay,
cried.
good.
Oh my God. That was the best thing all day, man.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I've been missing Lynn. I love her so much. Oh, we got to get Lynn on here.
I love
She is coming,
Lynn.
right?
Yeah, she was actually scheduled to come in, but then she
got sick.
She had the vid.
Man, we need Lynn to talk about some stuff.
Mhm.
I know. I'm glad she's better. I didn't want to message her and bother her when she wasn't feeling well, because remember, we were always dropping her links. I kept telling you guys, I want to drop her a link, guys, but I know she don't feel well. For the after shows and the parties.
Yeah.
When it's
Just
early enough,
Jamie.
Lynn likes to hang out, dude. She's funny. She's so funny in here.
Yeah, she loves hanging
Yeah.
out with us.
We get to see the real Lynn.
She's the best.
Funny.
Mhm.
Shy on live when me and
Yeah.
him record out videos.
I almost feel bad sometimes. We have so much fun in the after show, in the after parties.
He's really shy on live. When me and him record our videos, he ain't shy. Oh,
It's all a
justice-
front, Spooky.
Justice for Jamie.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sonny, what were you saying there, man? You feel bad sometimes about our after parties?
Yeah, we get such good guests in here, and then when it's just all of us buddies hanging out and friends, and we're not live, all the stuff we get to share, and
I
we
think it
can't
might be a
share.
good idea to tell everybody in the chat and anybody watching that's still here that, about the after parties and how we're limited to how many people can be there. We don't mean
Oh, yeah,
to
guys.
keep anybody out.
No,
Right.
no. Like if you leave or you get kicked out and you try to come back and you can't get back in, it's because it's full, and there's a lot of people trying to get in while we're on, and as somebody falls out, that someone takes their spot real quick. Everyone's welcome. It's just we can only have so many people.
Is somebody
On
coming
StreamYard,
on
it's
out
maxed
with me?
Maybe. I dropped the link. We'll see if anybody's courageous enough to come on. Jamie
Yep.
can't because she's at work and her internet hates us.
Maybe
At work.
maybe Cass can. Her
Yes,
internet
Cassie.
it works good in the mornings, I think. And Melissa, get on here. Oh, Melissa, go put on that UGG cap.
Oh,
The UGG cap?
I was jealous of that cap. That was beautiful.
She
Is it
got
like a
that
knitted cap?
badass hat?
The white one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That looked warm. I was like, damn.
I've got a flat peak somewhere
Oh,
upstairs.
it's hot. It's hot.
Jamie says, if you want to see mine and Spooky's videos, PayPal me $10 and I'll send them to you. And Melissa says, what's your Cash App?
Pay straight up.
Oh, man.
I filmed them. I can just send
Space
them to
Alien
everyone for free.
420. If that's really your Cash App, that's perfect. Space
woke
Alien
up-
420.
Guys, I woke up at 4:20 a.m. this morning.
How
Like-
convenient.
Oh.
Woken up at 4:20.
How convenient.
I
There he
wish I
is.
were joking.
What's up, Eric?
Gypsy, what's going on, man?
Hi, Gypsy.
Hey, sometimes the universe sends you messages, and if they send you a message that says 420,
It was
might just
almost
take it
like
right out.
the message of I'm not smoking weed today, so here you go, 4:20.
Yeah.
I'm getting a message that Gypsy Road will be joining us soon.
Oh,
I think
lovely.
so too. I'm
Hard
getting the message
feelings.
like that.
Oh, that show last night
Hard.
was so cool.
Hard feeling. That was a great show. Sonny, you probably missed that, didn't
Yeah.
you?
What I miss?
No, I think he was there, right, Sonny?
Were you-
Gypsy Road last night.
Oh, only for a little while, Spooky. I was driving last night, so
That was a
Yeah,
really
it
good
was
show.
sick.
I wasn't
Yeah.
in chat for a long time.
Oh, what's up, Cassie?
Cassie.
Hey,
Hi guys.
We didn't even have to
morning.
bring you up. You got the keys to the shop. You just roll
right.
up in here.
Well, I just
and
yeah.
there's the Prediction coming true.
Gypsy Road.
Gypsy Road, we got to bring
Oh,
him in. He hasn't
hi.
been yet. Oh my
what do you got?
god, dude.
Is that coffee
No,
press?
that-
Whee!
It is
I
a coffee press.
Oh my
That
God.
is cool.
That is so badass. I have to
Where
have
are you
one
getting
of those.
all this stuff, man?
And then, of
Chad
course,
looks
that's
sad
my Death Star timer. I told you guys
What?
Look at all his toys.
when you're cooking food and it goes off, the Death Star goes off.
That's awesome.
You're lucky, man.
Who else?
You're lucky.
That is so cool.
Lucky.
I love it.
Calm down.
Go harass Chad for his treatment of me.
You know where I found these? At a thrift store.
Man, I'm gonna have to go hang out at the thrift
Even the
stores.
press. You found the press. Hey,
Somebody would give that up.
But trust me, I washed this. I'm not going to buy a thrift store without being washed. So this has been
True.
cleaned
Yeah.
to the
That
point
thing
where
is
it had
good.
stickers that I destroyed because I cleaned it so well.
Oh my god, Sonny's
Jimmy.
Sonny.
Sonny's yelling at the
What's going on
crows or
over there in Fresno,
something.
man?
I don't have it no more, but I think my kids lost it. I had an R2D2 where in the kitchen where every piece was a spoon, a teaspoon, a tablespoon.
Hey, girl.
Every circle was actually like a cup.
That's some,
It was measuring cups built as R2D2.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, baby.
It's okay,
The
we
crow
heard ya.
was on. Oh, what's up?
How you doing?
How
Lee.
you doing?
Rocket
What's up,
Man.
Lee?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I love it. I love it.
Lee hurt my feelings this morning at work. He didn't even know
Why?
he hurt my feelings, but he told me he's not going on our show anymore.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'll quit, Lee. I'll just leave right now.
Jamie.
Lee says he's done. He's done going on our show.
Oh no, you better get your ass on here and start singing.
Gypsy, I missed the Young Guns show. I gotta watch
my-
it. How did it go?
Oh, the Gypsy Road show?
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted, bud. You're mute.
He said, wait a minute, Chad.
Oh my.
I love Young Gun. Man, it's awesome.
Are you
Spooky,
sure you
are
got
you
a
okay,
show
dude?
if you run over there, Gypsy? You got all that fancy shit. Can't unmute that mic.
He's
You're muted
talking
on
into his
StreamYard.
fucking bunny tails.
Yeah,
StreamYard
you
has
do
it
some-
muted for some reason.
There's some parts that are private.
Like the Mexican sausage.
Eric, you might have to leave and come back, bro.
Hey, that's spicy chorizo.
Chorizo.
Spicy.
Spooky.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn, girl. She's got
happened
that
to
1-800 voice.
Oh. What's it? What happened to the hat? I'm
It's
sorry.
best for breakfast.
Ooh.
I do not need to be seen at this moment in time
Why is that?
Why not?
because I look like a crack whore.
I look like a crack whore every day.
Hey, Bree.
Yes,
morning.
finally, somebody with some class and
Hey,
Good morning.
See, Bree's looking cute. She can put her hair up in that cute messy bun and rock it. I just look homeless.
Cute.
I just
She always
subscribed
looks
to
cute.
Bree's
Her
new
hair-
channel
Still
today.
look homeless. Oh, what was this, Spooky?
I said I just subscribed to your channel today.
Thank you.
So
The
they
new
can
one
grab
with the oracle cards,
I got
right?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, I need
Here
a
you are,
link to
buddy.
that.
You're unmuted now.
I bought a
Hey,
new
there you go.
device. It must have. I got to figure out why it stopped working.
What is that, a USB to, where's that?
Well, on an Apple computer, you just can't hook up USB.
That's
You got to
the
hook
first
everything to a
problem.
C drive. And
okay.
I wanted to hook up my Canon camera to it, so I got one where it has an HDMI input plus the USB. So, first time trying it, and looks like there's some faults in it.
What you need to do is take that apple and throw it in the trash and go get something else.
Throw it in the trash. Hey, mine's working all right for now.
Android.
You know what I did,
Throw,
Gypsy?
throw what in the trash? The Apple computer?
Yeah.
Oh no. I will not go to Microsoft. I love Apple.
I won't touch Apple.
This new
Gypsy,
Apple, This new
Everyone
Apple
loves
M1 chip
Windows.
is fantastic. I mean, it is way fantastic. You get less viruses than Microsoft. You know, you
Well,
get it's
I've
a
never
lot
got a virus
safer,
yet.
and
Hope I don't.
you can do more business versus Microsoft is good for games. Basically,
Who
that's about
said
it.
diseases are bad? Viruses are great.
I got Adele. Gypsy, I got Adele to run the show. Adele. Yeah, Adele's coming on next week. She's gonna run the show.
Adele's running the show.
I got Adele
That's not going to be
computer,
cheap.
dude. I got
No,
Adele,
it's not.
dude. No, I got a Dell computer from Amazon, a refurbished one, and it's fast, dude. It's like
certified
2
refurbished.
terabytes of memory and 16 gigs of RAM, and it was like $240.
I think my problem is this. I think this is actually I don't think it's my new device. It's this. See, downstairs I have my Yeti,
Try shaving it.
but I'm upstairs. I actually
I want to speak into your fuzzy cat tail.
Yeah, that's a fuzzy nut. That's not a cat tail. That's a fuzzy ball.
Goat ball.
Yeah,
I
you try
gotta-
shaving that thing.
I love it.
You
This
need
is
to
not as
form
good
that
as-
into a mohawk.
this is not
You
as
need
good
to
as
put that
Yeti.
into a mohawk with
That
some
would be
hairspray
funny.
or something. Yep, make it into a mohawk.
So did I hear somebody said they watched last night?
Yeah, I missed it last night. I want to know how it went. The Young Guns show.
I love young people. You know, I love what they're bringing to the community and how much. I mean, these guys I brought in, they're not just doing shows; they're out there. I mean, way out there more than I am. Just really investigating. You know, two of them are making a documentary. One makes a magazine, writes books. I mean, they're just not talking the talk; they're doing the doing. But now next week, I need Chad, I need Spooky, and I need Sonny to jump on next Wednesday because it's a paranormal panel. You guys know.
Consider it done.
Well, we got to get a time on that because we don't know if Chad will be.
Yeah, what time is it?
8:00 Pacific.
And also, Melissa, Lee saying hi to you. Remember
I
we were
know.
in chat?
Hey, baby, how you doing? He sings to me. I love it.
You left such a good impression on him.
He left a good one on me. I like that song he sings.
He sings them all.
Yeah, but it was only my name, so. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only lyric.
That's sweet.
And if you guys can't, you can't. It's just Amber sent me an email saying, "Hey, Eric, you need to do another paranormal panel." I'm like, "Let's do it, a paranormal panel." So if you guys can, jump on. If you can't, you can't.
Yeah, we'll if Chad's awake and home, he'll be with us. But if not, you just
Hey, I seen chat last night in the chat all the way up to 11 o'clock my time. That must have been like 2 o'clock his time.
He's naughty at work.
I was supposed to be working on machines, man. Don't be telling anybody.
he can get on, but you can't hear him. When he gets on at work, he's always got it muted because it's so loud in the shop.
I'm usually leaning against my toolbox, typing in the chat. And
We need some bolts, Chad.
Jeez, Cassie, keep it together.
Oh my God, Jamie.
Spooky calls me his bowling ball.
Highlighted that.
Holy smokes!
Oh my God!
I just got it.
Does he fill all the holes though at one time?
Oh my
God!
That would
I swear. We almost need 2 different podcasts because people are going to look up Jessica Jones and be like, "Oh, I wonder what this podcast is about."
I cannot tell my
Let's
family.
jump to the end. Let's jump to the end and see how it went. That's what.
No, Jessica was awesome.
Oh my God.
No, that was a really good chat with Jessica.
Yeah.
Really good.
It was.
She's smart. The only work Spooky does is on my body. Jesus.
Body work.
Touch my body.
Calm down.
She's so quick to think of all this. I couldn't think of all the things.
Oh,
it took me years.
I'm telling you, it's that breed. I think the goat is
she
feeding her
thinks
the
of
lines.
Spooky all day long, guys. She really, really loves spooky.
And these
She
girls
thinks of
want to
it
have
all day
me
long.
on butt stuff. Can you imagine
I
that
can't
episode?
wait for
Oh.
that.
I don't even know. I don't even know if that's going to be the show. When they said they wanted you for butt stuff, I don't think.
I think it's real butt stuff.
I think it's real butt stuff this time.
Hi, Jake.
Jamie, this is what Jake said 7 minutes after the show started. You were still asleep. The room was safe.
Oh, he's.
You better
he's
have
on-
JoJo send you that bottle of lube and his bullet.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh my god.
Yes, I saw the lube. Are you talking about a sex toy bullet or?
Oh, later on, he had his bullet out and it was bouncing off the mic. He had her going on there. Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. I guess I missed that part.
No, I did not.
Are you? Chad's just blocking it out.
I was there too. He was looking for his big toy.
Oh yes,
I was
he
putting
was.
time
Oh,
out by
he was
Daddy
dragging
Chad.
me to find it.
When someone says daddy, I just cringe.
Man, I'm missing the good talk. This sex
Wait.
hour or something?
Say daddy again.
Yep, we're in the kink chat.
No, Jamie.
Daddy?
Hey, Spooky. At least Jamie hasn't called you
Yes.
Poppy yet.
Oh,
Yeah?
don't give her that. Don't give her that.
Don't give her that ammo. Oh boy, here it comes.
Poppy's a good one. Now, Coral, I want you to say hi, Chad, Daddy.
Hi, Chad Daddy.
Oh man, you gotta say it nice and slow.
Oh no.
Give it-
Hey
give it
there.
sexy, Coral.
Hey there, Chad Daddy.
Oh, daddy.
Chatty
Hi,
daddy.
Chad Daddy.
Bad Chad, Daddy.
There's this thing that they used to say.
This
It's
is
called
getting real weird.
Papi Chulo. When they say that, I'm like done.
Ah, Papi Chulo.
Papi Chulo.
Oh,
What
my
does that
Papi
mean?
Chulo.
It means like sexy daddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
Chulo.
Spooky
Pappy.
calls me daddy, she said.
Well, there's that podcast call
Yeah.
her daddy, so it's going around.
Brassel.
Podcast call her dad.
Brassel's trying to bring it back down to have a come to Jesus moment.
He's so mature.
He just keeps repeating it in the chat. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
He rebukes her.
Maybe we need to start squirting our holy water gun.
Yeah. Squirting it at the camera. Go away, Jamie.
Yeah.
Holy water.
Hanging out.
God,
hanging
I
out
hope
with
Lynn's
Jamie
not
in
still in here.
Vegas. If I hang out with
I
Jamie
hope
and
she
Bree
is.
in Vegas, I'm not gonna have to just burn sage. I'm gonna have to smoke it like a joint.
Oh, gosh.
That's
What do you got there, Sonny? Just some sage.
Some sage, hanging out with these crazy chicks.
Just got some parsley.
Jeez. Just keeping my safety bubble around me. Oh, Eric, we got to see the dog. Is the dog in there with you?
Safety bubble.
It's scratching me, but then when I try to grab her, she takes off. Come here.
Oh, tell her she can be on camera. She can be live on YouTube.
Little Frito feet.
But Holly's
Ask
trying
if
to
the
get on
dog has
camera,
any
too.
jokes. Oh.
Come here. Oh, you're in big trouble now.
Oh, be
She's in
nice.
trouble.
She's
Well,
sweet
she thinks
girl.
she's in trouble if I tell her that.
You're not in trouble, girl.
Come here.
Sweet baby.
All the way over here. Oh, I'm not reaching over there to catch you.
Sweet Holly.
Aw,
Oh.
You're not in trouble, baby.
she's so cute.
Oh, that little
Beautiful
sausage.
colour.
A little sausage.
You can't eat it.
Oh, the little nuggets.
Look at that girl. Hi, girl.
Oh, that dog.
This dog is fat. This dog is
Love
big.
it. Oh,
Chunky.
Big fatty too.
She's so happy.
She's got
Yeah.
devil.
Oh, she's awesome.
And the whole hands.
You're on YouTube. You're on YouTube.
Hey, puppy.
She's like, where's the food at?
Hi, you.
You see that dog? Okay, you find him.
Oh my god. Brad also said, "Who hurt Jamie?" Jamie
Where'd she
said,
go?
"Spooky did, but I liked it."
Keep going.
I expect you to come move in with me. Listen, Spooky. Oh, listen, Spooky chokes me a little bit. But I'm grabbing my holy water and rattlesnakes.
Yeah, right, Nightmare. Exactly.
I don't know, Nightmare.
Everything was
such
a fish.
We have such a good beginning, and then it just goes crazy when Eric gets here.
It was really good.
What?
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. What's wrong?
He's hurt.
Where you at?
I got some tissues. I got some Kleenex for you.
I don't recommend anybody.
Right.
I don't recommend anybody getting English bulldogs, because if you get an English bulldog, you better buy yourself a lot of baby wipes. I'm serious.
They're stanky. They're drooly.
You have
I
to
gotta wipe his butt. I don't want it.
You gotta wipe their butt exactly after every poo, or you're gonna get poo all over your house because how their system works on a bulldog. You know, and we bought a whole box of baby wipes at Costco. People are like, "How old's your baby?" "Oh, it's a dog." You know?
Well, I mean, other people sometimes that have health issues that can't shower use, I'm sure, things like that. So it's like, even if it was for an elderly, say, parent, it's it's like it's a little presumptuous to ask of them.
I came home one day and my pug was orange because he had gotten the trash and ate some spaghetti.
You guys want to see robbery? Go to a pet store and look for dog wipes. A bag like this of dog wipes is like $10 to $15. All you do is buy baby wipes for $1. I mean, what a fucking markup! Whoever genius thought of that?
Have you seen the dude wipes? They're cheap either to clean your balls.
Yeah.
I let her get in the recliner for you guys.
I'm gonna have to take a picture to send Gary. He loves cattle dogs.
She's keeping it warm for Papa Willie for tomorrow.
Proper getting up there in the chair.
Oh, that little nugget. She's a good girl.
I think we should do business. I think we should buy baby wipes and repackage them as dog wipes and triple the price.
They have dog wipes.
I know. They're like $10-$15 compared to $1 for baby wipes.
Right.
We buy the baby wipes at a dollar store and we repackage them and put it in a doggy bag and sell it for triple the price.
The dog beds is obviously more important than the child beds.
Because what's the difference between a dog wipe and a baby wipe? I guarantee nothing.
The dog wipe has like natural aloe stuff in it, and the baby wipe is full of chemicals.
Everything has
full of chemicals.
Yeah. Because screw the babies, they make it all nice and
nice
and good for the dog.
Make it nicer for a dog and the baby.
Free.
You supposed to be in that chair?
I wonder we're all messed up.
Oh god, you
What?
guys are nuts. You're nuts. You guys
Me?
are nuts.
I grew up with the metalheads and the nerds in high school,
too.
so like, that's
comes natural.
the humor that rubs off.
I actually knew a guy with a bit of an angle on his boop boop.
Oh yeah.
It was bent. It was bent.
I know somebody that's got a whole right angle.
Mine's bent.
It reminds me of the movie Clueless when they're like, "Oh, I just don't like the ones that they were all wonky."
Temperature 138.
I was just going to ask you. That's funny that you said that. I was coming right to you. I was going to ask you what your temperature is.
That intuition.
138, huh? Perfect. Good.
Well, he doesn't have to check his temperature the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
God damn, this coffee's warm.
I had to, Chad.
Oh, that's funny stuff.
I had
That's
to.
good timing as well, Brie.
Spooky, you should have deleted it if you didn't want it up there.
Stuff you highlight, man.
Sex wipes.
Well, who's your guys' guest tomorrow night?
You are encouraging this.
Tomorrow night on our show.
Anything for ratings.
He's called the Captain.
The Captain.
Can't use his real name. He's a military
Wow.
guy.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be interesting.
pilot. And I do
Oh,
believe
boy.
somewhere in a personal chat that he's been 20 years ago. Gray's contacted him, and they have been ever since.
Damn.
And I don't think anyone's ever talked to the guy before, so hopefully he comes on.
That's gonna be crazy.
Too scared to come on and tell a story, but I think he's still coming on. I hope he does.
Please warn him about Jamie before we start the show. Tell him not to look at chat. It might kill him.
We need to put one of those chevrons across the screen so that everybody's aware.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like a flash.
Yeah, some type of
That's why I
flash.
haven't really made anything for the show this time because
Line is called
I can't really
Purpose
say
Book.
anything about the guy because he's going to tell you what you guys can know.
I was going to say,
don't
there's
wanna-
not much you can say, is there, until he says what he's going to say.
No, we'll let him. We'll
He can
let
say
him.
whatever he wants, but it's
Pappy's
if you're getting benefits from the military, from the government. Sometimes they could do things that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
No,
I've
I
been in
won't.
the military and stuff, and
He's ex-military. That's why he's able to come on the
Yes.
show. But he could still get in trouble. I would. Yeah.
Oh
Or he
yeah,
wouldn't-
oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you go out, you.
I don't
still-
even know if he's going to show his face, guys. He might just come on, like
That's okay.
Mhm.
cast.
That's how Eddie Haskell is. I can't use his real name, and he can't use his face.
I
He's
just
told
don't
us
tell
before.
everybody.
He's told us before we'd have alphabet agencies
I need to
knocking
start
at the
it
door.
like at 4:00 or something.
I'd like to
I got a 7:00 movie tomorrow night.
What movie?
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Eddie,
Yeah, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, the video game movie
Mm.
called video game that made into a movie
Oh.
on PlayStation.
I
Oh
saw
my
Jackass over the weekend.
Dude, I
know,
got to see
Lucky.
Jackass. You know what I saw last weekend? I took one for the team. I took one for all the guys out there. I went and saw Marry Me with the wife because of Valentine's Day. She wanted to marry me. I sacrificed myself to go see this chick flick movie where it's basically just a damn documentary of her
Asshole.
music.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about? Or did you watch?
She's getting married, a guy that cheated on her, of course, and she's on stage, and she's supposed to get married on stage, so she marries Owen Wilson.
Oh, with J Lo.
Oh, I
That's
wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that movie.
It
If
wasn't.
it's got Owen Wilson,
If it
I'm
wasn't
down.
for Owen Wilson, I say the movie's a bust. Owen Wilson probably saved the movie because the movie was just one
Yeah.
big commercial for J Lo's music. I mean, really, it was
Oh,
all her
that ain't
singing
cool.
the whole fucking movie. It's like this is a
I don't
soundtrack.
like that.
I'm not surprised by the
I
J
don't
Lo
want-
thing.
I don't like musicals. I wouldn't like that.
It's not a musical, but she does a lot of singing in it.
Hi, Brassel.
2-hour movie at J-Lo's
What's up, Brassel?
butt, not much of that.
About to pump some iron. How are
Doing
y'all
legs.
doing?
Doing legs today.
What's way low?
No, legs is Friday. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow.
Did chest and arms yesterday, or oh yeah, that was Tuesday. I keep
Do
thinking
a
that
lot
was
of
yesterday.
chest and arms. I only do legs like once a week.
Don't be skipping leg day.
Oh, I skip leg day because I play drums. I don't need to do legs.
There you go.
Oh, weightlifting. We're talking about
It
weightlifting.
does. It makes your calf burn trying to play that stupid ass bass
Here
drum.
she is.
Calves and the shins,
Hey,
definitely.
hey, hey.
Yeah.
Here's our
I need a
Melissa.
camo jacket, Brassel. I'm getting my army ready.
I need an army.
She said Brassel only comes on when I'm not there to defend myself.
And sure wish Chad, I sure wish Lee had time to come in here and sing.
I know,
Rocket
man. Lee has time. He just doesn't. He said he's
One
done.
Rocket Man, Lee. Come on.
Come
Did you
on.
guys
Sing
know
to
that
us,
Jamie's
Lee.
secretly a flat earther like me?
You're
Who?
being summoned, Lee. Maybe if I say his name 3 times, like Beetlejuice.
Lean cheese.
Lee.
Jamie's
Lee.
a fellow flat earther.
Oh,
Jamie is.
Yeah.
Melissa's in here, Lee.
Jamie's a flat earther.
She actually taught me
She
everything.
wants
I
some
know.
Rocket Man.
I didn't know Jamie was a flat earther.
Cassie was singing to me, sweet Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. Dude,
Big
I
Buddha.
seen you want to put that up when Jessica was talking about flat Earth. You see me shaking you off? I was giving you the no
Yeah.
slide. No, do it, Chad.
Where's my Linda? Where's my Linda at?
Where is Linda at? Do I have that in here? Dude, she's in the Chop Shop one. I don't have that one here.
Are some of you flat earthers?
I dabble.
Brassel dabbles. Brassel
I'm
dabble.
okay with it.
I've actually interviewed a lot of people in the flat earth community on my channel back in the early days of the channel. I was so interested on why they believe that the earth is flat. 'Cause I respect everybody's opinion, and
Yeah, so watch Breeze.
I wouldn't say I fully 100% believe it's flat. I would say it's questionable, and I'm more concerned that we're being lied to versus what the shape is.
Yeah.
See, to me, to be honest with you, I could care less if we're on a round or flat, because if the government came out tomorrow and said, Eric, the earth is flat, I'm like, well, did my taxes go flat?
Yeah. Does anything else change?
No, nothing's going to change. You still got to go to work. It's not like I'm an
Right.
astronaut that get to go to space. So to me, I could care less. It could be a potato shape. All I care.
Right.
I think it's just all the stuff that's connected to it as a theory, and it connects to like religions and stuff too. So it goes deep.
Yeah, it does. Definitely goes deep.
Deep.
I'm sorry.
Deep blue.
Something goes. Yeah. I'm trying to find that picture. I can't find it. I know I had it on this computer.
Situated here.
It's gone. I got the big Willie blue van on here I could pull up.
Oh, speaking of which, how did my picture change from my blue van to this piece of shit picture I got right here?
I don't know.
I like that picture.
Where'd your blue van go?
I love that picture.
I think one of y'all took it away from me.
I know who took it.
I never changed it. Mother. Ooh.
See, what's
That's
cool
a-
is your Ember sends you a message. It tells you that your perfect temperature has been reached.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Temperature just
Yeah, it
reached
says your
like
perfect
200
temperature
degrees.
of 135 has been reached. Thank you.
Man, somebody's microphone. Somebody's.
It's probably me.
Oh, Cassie.
Damn it.
I'm getting you some headphones.
I got some. It sucks.
Headphones all around to everybody in the community. Oh, I forgot to pay attention to chat. What's going on in there? Anybody? Is Jamie being good?
I'm gonna get one of those cool mics like Josh.
She's come back.
I guess she's
Oh, this is a cool mic.
spooky. Oh,
Pet it.
jeez.
Pet this mic.
Those are called dead cats,
Dead cats?
if I remember right. That
Oh,
furry
yes,
thing
sir.
that goes over top of the microphone for wind. I think they call them dead cats.
I can't find it.
You guys, Chad is a virgin. Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
cool.
that's
Watch
news.
what you say about cats here,
That's
Chad.
news to me. I'm just telling you. That's just what they call it.
I'm joking. I'm just giving you. I'm
You better
giving you
watch what you
shit.
say about cats.
Yeah, you watch what you say about cats.
I'm a born again virgin. I'm a born again virgin, so there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. I'm born again.
Yeah, me too.
Spooky
I was
saw my hips and was
rehymenated.
like,
Yeah.
They
Oh
do
my
have some
God.
surgeries like that for women, because in some cultures that
Well, yeah, some cultures, if they see that it's ripped, they'll kill you in some cultures because
Yeah.
you gotta be a
Yeah.
virgin before you're married. It's pretty sad that some of them have to sneak out to America to get that surgery just because in their country
Yeah.
they get killed.
Yeah.
It's sad.
With a helicopter.
Brassel, your arms need more bulk, she says.
Cassie, you need to see the Jackass movie, Cassie.
Yes,
Chad,
I do.
Drop
There's
and
a
give me
wiener in it.
They're called what?
You make us look better.
Oh.
Pop filters.
Yeah, I know, but all the
Yeah,
ones
that
that
one's got a specific name, and it's cat related.
I think Chad just doesn't like cats.
Chad the cat hater.
guys.
Google it,
Guys.
Chad.
Huh?
Anti-cat.
Google it.
I am. I gotta show you. See, if you search dead cat Mike,
Yeah, you have to make sure you put that mic.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to see what would happen if I just put dead cat. That'd be sad.
No.
Yes, we don't. Anyways,
Let's not do that. I see enough of those on the drive to work sometimes.
All right, we got one spot left, and I'm saving it for Lee. I'm not going and working on that truck till I hear Rocket Man, Lee.
I've got to go soon anyway.
Rocket Man.
Lee.
I want to hear Melissa.
I got another dead cat mic then.
You girls get your panties ready to throw at him.
Okay, you can send me that one, Gypsy. Thank you.
This
Oh,
is
you
for
need a mic,
actually
Melissa?
the camera.
I just want the fuzzy thing. I don't need. I have a mic. I just want the fuzzy
Penis
thing.
mic that goes with that hairy penis ball. Did they come in a set?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Sweetly Morbid. You are getting Jamie is bad influence on this chat right now.
I gotta check out the chat now.
You can totally be re-laminated.
It's so funny. It's Sweetly Morbid Bear. I thought that was Jamie still talking.
Me too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
she's
how I
not typing.
felt whenever you said the P word, Vicky.
We're gonna
Oh, don't remember that.
Sweetly
Don't
Morbid.
bring that up. Damn
Never
you,
heard you
JoJo
say a bad
Bone.
word in my life.
That was me channeling JoJo.
Damn JoJo Bone.
Oh yeah, where's JoJo at? That'll make this real interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
They're just
Paging JoJo
breeding.
Bone. It's cool to see him. He's popping into a lot more chats and getting himself well known. What?
Yeah.
He needed us and we needed him.
That's right.
Oh, I just he's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
I really hate I missed
Oh
y'all
my
thing.
Chad, you want me to go shoot those birds again for you? Throw rocks at them?
They're getting loud out there.
Are they being too loud? You want me to go smack them?
No, it sounds cool. No, don't. Oh boy, you just heard a 12 gauge go off.
At the burb.
Don't worry, he's from Fresno. He's got a couple rifles and guns for the birds.
Don't be shooting them. We need all the birds we can get.
No, they carry disease. They carry big bird disease or whatever.
Hey,
These
I
birds
saw
are
on
from Fresno. They carry guns.
The bird,
Yeah.
bird flu.
Yeah, that one.
I
The
saw
bird
on
flu.
Alien Girl
Of course the
111.
bird flu.
She covered a story where a bunch of birds just fell out of the sky all at one time. It
I
was
saw
caught
that, Chad. I saw
Isn't
the
that weird?
video of that. It was crazy.
It rained meat
It
one
was like a
time.
big ball, and it just disintegrated.
I'm wondering if that was one of
They
those
flew into
tests.
one of they flew into one of Josh Casey's swamp gas things. Someone opened one.
They said it was a crash.
They said it was a
Did you
crash.
know that?
Yeah, they said the birds crashed, like the flock of birds crashed into something. The video of it's pretty crazy too.
That's nuts.
Damn.
Mhm.
Water spouts can
Idiot.
drop fish miles away. It just rained fish in Texas.
Oh my.
It's true. Yeah,
It rains cats and dogs here
in the Bible.
for rain fish.
Oh my god.
This is not my work.
She's calling you out, bro.
Maybe, I'm sorry, but
Birds
You
are not.
can't-
Prove it. Show us your hymen.
oh my god.
Melissa.
Melissa.
Jamie's upset because she can't get with a nice Christian boy like me.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
I
she
used to
says
be a
she's
nice
gonna-
Christian boy.
You used to be?
Yeah.
Oh, then what happened?
Jamie,
Not the
I'm right
devil?
under
I got
San
some nice
Jose.
implants.
The nice and Christian in the same sentence doesn't really, for me,
just kidding.
it seems
I'm
a
not-
little.
I'm not really
Counterintuitive.
I'm just trying to rabble rouse Jamie here.
My grandpa was a minister.
I'm a Jew would never date a Christian.
I thought she was a Mormon.
I thought she was Mormon. She was going to marry a bunch of guys.
Teen, you know.
They
She's
don't
not
believe in
Mormon,
birth
she's a
control.
woman.
You might want to stay away from that.
Likes the turtlenecks.
Oh
Gotta go,
my
guys.
God.
Appropriation.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Coral.
Bye, Coral.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Good seeing you.
Bye, Coral.
Have a good day.
I love the people from the UK.
Hey, do a couple extra ones for me.
She's more men because she wants more men.
Ah, yes, classic, good one.
That is really good. I'm telling you, she needs to be a comedian.
A Mormon that's all woman.
I can't think of half the stuff she comes up with.
Hey, you can't just hang there, buddy. I want at least 10 slow ones. There you go.
Lower.
I don't know if he can hear us.
Can
you hear us, Brassel?
He can hear me.
That guy makes us look bad, man.
Yeah, he can.
That guy makes us look bad.
I couldn't tell if he
after five of those, I'm wore out already. I just
can't
did
do
one.
one.
Day and I was like, damn, I can still do it.
I've been going to the gym now, but that's embarrassing. I can't do that.
Oh, you better, Jamie. That'd be awesome. Do a stand-up routine.
I bet he's got some stamina.
She said she'll do a stand-up.
I have a question for Cassie.
You'll do a lay down with her.
Cassie, I have a question for you. So Cassie, if I get a reading that I'm supposed to meet a certain something and within 2 weeks that's supposed to change my life, and that doesn't happen, does that mean that the reading was off, or I really wasn't meant to have happiness or something?
It's just a guidance. It could be happening now. It could have happened. It could be happening in the future.
Yeah.
Because I've been staring at everybody like, are you the one? Are you the one? You gonna change
They might have got the time frame wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nothing is 100% so in this
What was
world.
the reading, Eric?
Let me see.
If you don't mind.
I was on Gina Jade's channel, and she pulled a card. Gosh, she said something like there's going to be like a soulmate, not necessarily like a girl, because I'm married. If I have another soulmate, I'm in trouble. I'll be paying a lot of divorce money, and I got kids.
I'd be down with that.
But it could be a financial, it could be something that's going to like change it within 2 weeks. So I've been staring.
But what if it's your friend Connor? I mean, it could be a friend. It could be,
yeah.
No, I don't. I want to be a billionaire or something.
Everybody's invited to wrestle.
I know
Go ahead,
Connor from
Russell.
here. That can't count.
I've only had one
Oh, you're not
person
leaving?
do a reading for me. It was Jem and Jade. She did a reading for me 3 weeks ago. Never had one before. And crazily enough, it was 100% accurate. What she said actually came true 3 weeks later.
There could be a chance.
Damn.
He's always been accurate for me. She's read for me 100 times.
and if she's not right, it's not her. She's getting her help from the spirit guides. They're guiding her, and sometimes maybe it doesn't make sense, but maybe it's somebody else.
I know. I was just playing because I know that sometimes you want the biggest, and it could be the smallest things that's the happiness. That's where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
But it could really be someone that's already in your life, and it just hasn't progressed to that point.
Well, last night, I met a guy named Chaz, was on my channel, and I love meeting new people and hearing what they do in their life. That could be like a soulmate. Now I created a new friend, a new connection.
Yeah. And there's no telling where your connections will take you.
Mm-hmm.
I want a reading. Kathy, read for me.
Read for me too.
Yeah, guys, go to Cassie's YouTube channel, and she's doing weekly reading. Is it weekly right now, Cassie?
Well, I'm supposed to be doing daily, guys, but sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Hey, I understand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do a daily podcast, so I understand.
And I do try to put your videos, Cassie, on my Reddit page.
Thank you so much.
On a Tuesday or a Thursday, you're not going to get shit done because, Chad just screwed everybody.
I posted a daily card read I did today on my channel.
I don't have your channel.
I put it in the link or in the.
Just remind me too, Bree, and I will share your channel, and we'll get you going more and more. Okay.
Actually, we are coming up on that time of the day where we should probably go around the room and say where we're, what channels we have and what we have coming up. So, Bree, Bree, that's a good time. What was your YouTube channel again?
1 second, I just have to cough. It's called Witch Please, and it's not at the custom link. It's kind of hard to find, but I'll post it in the chat.
Okay.
But Witch Please is my new channel. I have I'm trying to get up to, how many subscribers so I can do live readings.
You can do live readings, Bree.
Through StreamYard.
Yeah, through StreamYard.
It's a little hack.
Yeah.
You can get around that limit by just using StreamYard and then streaming to YouTube through StreamYard.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. Thank you.
Yeah, you can also use StreamYard too. Like I do on Facebook and Twitter and all that at the same time. So you can do multiples with StreamYard.
Cool.
Go live as soon as you can because it will bring in more people when you go live.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I was like. I want to be able to go live so that way, whenever I feel the, urge to pull cards. Cool. Thank you guys for the help.
Yeah, like right now we're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. So StreamYard will let you do 3 at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do more if you pay more. You could actually do up to like 6 or 7, but it's like $300 a year or something. Can't remember the prices.
$50 a month.
Thank you, sweetly. You're amazing.
So, Gypsy Road, what's your next thing you got coming up, bud?
In 2 hours, I got a breaking news coming out. I do breaking news on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, where they're basically an hour or less. They're just video clips of every community: Bigfoot, UFOs, paranormal, and even the Mandela effect. And we just look at the videos and we judge it ourselves. And people in the chat get to chime in. And of course, Wednesday nights are the live 2-hour shows. You guys are brave. You guys do 3-4 hours. I can't do that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
Eric
normally
has the best background like ever. I love it.
Oh, I know. I love that
fun.
breaking news.
It's fun. It gives a chance so everybody can see different video clips from different states, different countries. And, hopefully, maybe people from the paranormal might not seen a Bigfoot video or might not seen a UFO video. So it's kind of a crisscross of all communities.
Jamie
Synergy.
says, Spooky, check your Twitter and don't share it with anyone. So I don't know what that's all about, but sounds pretty interesting.
Usually Connor joins. A lot of times Connor, he's at work today, but he likes to jump on my breaking news. So sometimes he's on there.
Is he going to be there today?
Yeah, that's why I've been doing it at noon, because that's when his boss kind of takes off work, so he can jump on.
Hi, Mom. Annie.
Oh, my mom made it. What's up?
Is Ma
How's it
here?
going,
Hey,
Mom?
Ma.
Good to see you too.
Hey.
Love you.
I love Ma. I've been so good today.
I wish I could say that about everybody.
Yeah.
And then since Jamie's been such a huge part of the show, you guys might as well go check out her channel. At that one time I was abducted by aliens, I put her username or the link in the chat.
Check
What
out that
about
cray
me?
cray.
Where is it?
I only got 33 subs over here.
Who's got 33 subs?
Me, 33 measly little sub.
I think I've got
We'll
like 20.
change. We gotta change that.
I think I put my link in the chat.
I make terrible music.
You make terrible music? I haven't seen that yet. Where's the terrible music?
Is that your link right there? The one that chat just put in?
Yeah, it's not customized yet.
Well,
Because you need X amount of.
I just click subscribe.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, when you get to 100, you can change it to a custom URL.
And then who's this channel? Who's which, please?
That's mine. Which, please?
Okay, I just hit subscribe.
Thank you.
Chat.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Could you drop Lynn Wellington's new one too?
Absolutely.
Subscribe.
It's so cool that she comes in today.
Yeah, that was awesome to see her.
We
in
need
the
to get
chat.
Lynn's subscribers up right now, Chad.
Yes.
I think I was her second. No, I was her third. I don't know.
I was her second.
I was her first.
Give me some
Yep, so
freaking
we got first, second, and
subscribers,
third in
Chad.
here. We need to get.
Yeah, we need to help Melissa too.
Because I'm about to
Melissa,
start
you
doing
over
the
the
damn
YouTube
thing.
channel?
What? I got 3 videos up, Ho.
You got 3 videos up?
Yes. You
Is
watched
this
one of my
Nicole?
videos.
Oh.
That's where you start. You just
I
pop
thought
one
you
in.
meant you were going live again.
Did you put
I'm
your?
gonna go live on my channel.
Never be afraid to try different things. Never be afraid. Try different things. Some things will work. Some things won't.
Right.
I've got a video that you can look at, Eric. Bigfoot prints.
Okay. You know, I always tell people if they email me video clips and stuff, I'll put it on the breaking news. The only requirement is the video can't be 20, 30 minutes because I usually show just about 2 to 3 minutes, or otherwise
No, it's like
2-hour
2
show.
minutes.
That's perfect. That'd be perfect. I'd like to check that out.
I ran it by Connor. He said it looks legit.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, you just never know.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
wouldn't think it was around these parts, but maybe.
You never know.
Did somebody grab Lynn's link?
I do have it.
I'm trying
hold on
to
a second.
find it. I know I just had it. I can't find it in my list.
I'll grab it. Hold on.
I wish I had self-discipline to pump iron and shit.
Yeah, guys, Lynn Wallington's starting a morning show. She's going to be doing Monday through Friday, and she's going to be doing kind of like a TV guide for the paranormal channels. So she's gonna go live, for about an hour or whatever. I don't even know how long. I don't think we discussed how long she's gonna be going for, but I'm guessing just like an hour or so. 8 o'clock. Is that right? Let me think for a second. Yeah.
Rebellious ufology.
Because Alien Girl Amy, she goes from 7 Eastern to 8 Eastern, or to 7:45, and then Lynn's gonna pick up at 8. And then she's going to do like a little TV guide type thing. So she's going to go live and let everybody know what channels are live that day and what shows are going to be on. So
that's cool.
I think that's going to be really
wonderful
really cool
thing.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
gonna have a lot to keep up with.
Lockbeard
She's
does.
gonna be busy.
It sounds
Yeah,
like what
so that's gonna be
Lockbeard kind of does. Lockbeard has like a thing where he shows where everybody's on, what time they're on, and stuff like that.
Yeah, thanks Lee for reminding me. We've just got so many damn friends. I keep forgetting to put everybody's link. We need like a link tree for all of our friends. Oh, that's a good idea.
I was trying to drop Lee's link right now.
Lee, are you subscribed
you.
to Melissa? No, you're not. Go do that.
You already got it, Chad?
Yeah, I
I'm
got it.
subscribed to Lee.
Lisa, I'll save you in my area. I have an area on my Facebook where I save all my links where I want to drop.
Save me
cool.
in your
All the cool
area.
kids area.
I'll save both you ladies, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Bigfoot
That's
Connor,
the
Bigfoot
best.
Anon Connor, you don't have a custom URL. I don't know if that's on purpose or if... Because once you hit 100 subs, which you are way past that, you can do a custom URL for your YouTube. But I'm going to drop your link too. This is for Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, he
Anon.
don't.
Size inclusive foot, please. Thank you.
Size inclusive. That's right. Not Bigfoot, not small foot. Size
They
inclusive foot.
them.
Them in black.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's everybody. I'm sure we're missing somebody in the
What about
lineup
Cass?
there.
Cass, you got anything coming up?
I do not. Sorry.
Just
Yeah,
your,
she's
just your
waiting for me
dailies.
and Bree.
I'm just on
Yeah.
Tuesdays. I'm on Tuesdays, and then on,
You make an
Okay.
exception for us.
Make an exception.
yeah, definitely.
Cool,
And
guys.
yeah,
About
tomorrow night, guys, me and Chad will have the captain on.
That sounds cool.
yeah, that's
Man,
gonna be
Captain
interesting.
Morgan?
I hope he doesn't get
captain.
nervous or anything.
Hey, Chad,
Yeah.
maybe you can have me on and I can pretend to be a flat earther.
We could do
Gotta
that.
bring
You're a
props.
flat earther.
Bree,
Yeah,
you look
you
like
gotta
you
bring
didn't
props.
remember what I was talking about. You look like you didn't remember what I was talking about earlier. That video where he was interviewing all the flat earthers.
I didn't hear. I heard part of it.
The one you showed me, it was hilarious.
Yes, the all gas no brakes is the channel.
Get him off the screen. I don't want to see him.
Did you guys see me and Alien Girl the other day?
I want my van back.
Oh,
I love
funny.
that. I love
That's
that.
funny. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow on Paranormal Chop Shop when we talk to a Air Force pilot, I think.
That's awesome.
Thanks everybody
you
for
guys.
watching.
Peace. We'll see you.
Bye, people.
It sound right, boys.